And we are live.
Hey, yo, welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I'm not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I've studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly Eats Steak, a.k.a. the warden. Sometimes the chauffeur. But we do this every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We love hanging out with all you people. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are just like our lifeblood.
Yes.
We look forward to this all week. So just thank y'all. Y'all give us something to look forward to, like I said, all week long. And y'all, I'm still doing the triple B&E. This is day 4 of my reintroduction. And tonight, I'm bringing in chicken wings. And we're going to do a little different seasoning tonight, too. Where did it go? Over here. Actually, we're calling this our lamb seasoning, but I already have it made up, so I'm going to do it. What it is the Redmond's seasoned salt. I got 1 full tablespoon, a little heaping tablespoon of that, and then 1 teaspoon of rosemary, and then 1 teaspoon of what's the other one though? I'm drawing a blank now.
Thyme?
Yeah, I have it written down, but it's in my phone. I can't read
Basically, it's like Greek seasoning, right?
So, like I said, I already had this made up from doing another little recipe, so I figured why not dust the wings in that? I think that'll be really good.
Yeah.
And then what we're gonna do is y'all can't see it. I need to go take this and go put it in the air fryer. Give me just a second. I'm gonna move some stuff around.
Y'all, if you don't know, I've been fermenting like crazy. Like, I'm surprised Heath isn't fermented yet.
She's been thinking about it.
I have.
This right here is our
Butter mayo.
Yeah, but what's the container?
Oh.
It's a KitchenAid immersion blender. It's like awesome. The immersion blender came with this container. Has a lid and everything. So we make our butter mayo in this and leave it in the fridge. So that's really amazing. And then one of the things she's fermenting right here in this container is we're making a homemade sriracha sauce. Oh, it smells amazing. Just taking the lid off of it.
It's been 5 days that's been sitting in a dark, cool place.
So we're going to make a sriracha butter dipping sauce for
mayo.
Our wings. Yeah.
Sriracha butter mayo dipping sauce for our wings.
You know what she said. Sorry, I'm just a little fitter-pated and just thinking about it. Go put this sausage. So what I got right here, I didn't tell you all that part. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Well, I want to say hello to a couple people, and then I have a few announcements, but I'm going to wait till about 10 minutes in so most people hear the announcements. But I know Renee was the firstest.
Yes, finally it tagged me.
Yeah, but no, it's not in here.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No, but I saw earlier.
Because usually she is the first, but then YouTube kicks her out.
Yeah, it still deletes it, but she was the firstest. And then I see Carrie was the secondest.
Hey, brother.
And he said, look at all those yummy foods on the trailer that I jammed out to, right? And then Mama Bear Lynette said, hello, everyone. I'm meeting with clients until 7:30 tonight. So I'll be late. Hopefully I get caught up as soon as possible.
Well, that's fine.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good. I'm glad you're busy. Because like I said, as a fellow self-employed, I can understand it's either feast or famine.
Mm-hmm.
You get them while you can.
Right. And then Carrie said, HungryHeath and everyone is going to fly so high with the Friday night feast.
Right.
I didn't know it was that kind of feast. And
somebody else called it the fest.
The fest?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Carrie said, hope you're having a great and cheesy Friday.
No, that's a different channel.
And they said, hope everyone else is having a great and cheesy Friday. I took a practice test for a computer test, and after 4 tries, I passed it.
Oh, nice.
So now I need another one to pass, and then I get the voucher to take the test. That's awesome, Carrie. Congratulations.
Yes, congrats.
And he said the pastor at the church got some more foods for the food bistro, and he had lots of pork rinds. They were from a company called Max. Oh, right. I looked at the barbecue. They're no good from ingredients. Yeah, just the originals.
Yeah, it seems like every company that does a flavor wants to put wonky ingredients in it for some reason.
And he said, then I took the originals from Max, not sure what they were fried in. They only had pork and salt for the originals. I said to him, the barbecue had junk ingredients. He said, everything does. So again, when I said I was weird, he said, That is all you're going to get after 5 bags of pork rinds and 3 boxes of cream cheese. I ate 1 bag on the way home. He said I was just particular. Well, nothing wrong with being particular. And I see Lisa's here. She said, I'm finally off of work and I'm getting dinner started for the fam. Breakfast is on the menu for Strange Casa.
Nice. I love breakfast for dinner. It makes dinner a BFT.
Right. Well, you want to tell them what you're going to do real quick?
So what I got here on this plate, I have a partial bag of the Tetons. They're mini sausages. It's like their version of the, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank. What's going on tonight? The little Smokies. It's like their version. So it's all beef. And then I had 4 that are like the Polish sausages. I just cut up into smaller pieces to be about the same size. I'm going to go throw those in the air fryer, let them cook at 400 or 390 for about 10 minutes.
Or 350 for 10.
Oh, I'm going to readjust it.
Oh.
But I will. She likes them a little less done than I do.
Yeah. All right.
I'm more of a set it and forget it kind of guy.
Lisa said the original Macs are the brand I get from Walmart. Yeah, that's what I've heard. She goes, I keep the crumbs out of my bags and barrels in the freezers. I save them for whenever I need some sort of breading or I'm making a carnivore dessert. Yes, ma'am. Purple Lemon Nana said, hi, folks. Here for a little while. Not sure for how long. Well, thanks for just coming in. That's awesome. And just Jason Keto. Hey, Jason. So good evening, everyone. And y'all, he has some things he's been putting out on his channel. If you are like during the day or any time where you're like stressed and you just need like relaxation, and he has different times, but he's put out a couple videos where it's just like a relaxation video. And so if you ever need something like that, go pop on his channel. One day I listened to one during my break. I think it was the 5-minute one. And I was like, that's nice. It was a nice little like reset and just kind of meditate for a few minutes listening to that nice music. So well done, Jason.
All right, I am going to need your help though.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm going to do now, the same plate that the sausage was on, I'm going to pour these wings out. We're going to season them.
All right. Do you want to pour them out? Because there's a lot of juice down in there.
I'll finger them out.
Oh, gosh. 22 Cute Cat. She says, hello, Shelly Heath and everyone in the wonderful horde tonight. I hope Delilah is doing better. Hashtag puppy prayers. Thank you, 22 Cute Cat.
She seems to be doing really, really good.
Yeah. Like
I don't know what it was. I think she just strained herself or something.
Yeah, I think she might have pulled something. But yeah, she's been doing really good yesterday and today. So everybody giving your prayers a good mojo, vibes, thoughts, whatever you did, it must have worked because she's been like back to herself. She's been her smiley, happy self. So that's always really good. And yeah, I'm just so happy, y'all.
So I figured just go ahead and do those, and I'll flip them and do the other side. And I'll just put the rest of these on top.
Oh, okay. But yeah, she's just been so happy, so good, eating well, getting around a lot better. And in fact, when we feed her, she's been doing her little hop again.
Yeah, she gets so excited when I'm taking her out to feed her. She starts hopping around the deck.
Yeah.
And right here.
Yeah, so she likes to hop a lot. Anybody else have a dog that hops? Carrie said, does everyone know how a pickle celebrates a birthday? They relish in it. That's awesome. Carrie said, I know it's hard to wrap the numbers. I'm at 552 days of no coffee and caffeine.
So what happens if you lose count? Do you have to start over and start drinking coffee again?
Oh, I would not complain about that. And I'm still just doing my 1 cup of coffee. I had ordered this stuff. I don't know if anybody else has ever heard of Wild Foods. They're out of Austin. And I remember they were at KetoCon last year in 22. Of course, they weren't there this year. And they probably won't be there next year. But
Who
anyhow.
cares next year? We're not going.
Anyhow, they make a Cocoa Tropic. And it's a mushroom cocoa. Hot cocoa mix. Well, that's just bone.
I know, but that's also the part that goes in my mouth. I get the flavor.
But anyways, they so I ordered a bag from them, And then they had like, oh, order our cacao powder. And I was like, well, I don't mind adding a little cacao sometimes to my coffee. All I got was the cacao powder. I didn't get the other thing, and they didn't say. I think it was just an oversight. So I already emailed them. Is that it?
Yeah. I'm going to go pour that in the sink.
I already emailed them, but, I'm sure they're already closed for the day, so I probably won't hear back till Monday. But, yeah,
right,
sad, because I really wanted to have that tonight, y'all. I was like, ooh, that sounds so good. It's all out of mushrooms, and it's got turmeric in it. And I was like, that's some really good, different ingredients. So it's not, made with coffee and stuff and not like chocolate. I think it does have some cacao in it. But I was like, well, that's a good alternative. And it's unsweetened. All of it's unsweetened. So you mix it how you want. But I was just excited. So hopefully I'll have it next Friday. I see Rita's here. Hey, Rita. She said, good evening, Horde. Good evening. And Jason said, this is something I look forward to every Friday. Oh, thanks, Jason. And Gigi's here. Hey, Gigi. She said, good evening, everyone. That's awesome. And then Carrie said, how did Heath get the clock in the bottle since he was using time? He's a magician. Oh, sure, we can. He's just a magician, Carrie.
I always do amazing things.
Yeah, right? All right. There's that.
And we don't need that anymore either.
Oh, that's true. And then I see Rickman's here. She said, happy Friday. Hope everyone is doing great. I hope you are. And Lisa said, I have the same brand immersion blender. Is yours red? No,
ours are green.
Well, it's actually aqua. Turquoise. It's aqua. But yeah. So I like aqua a lot, or teal. Or turquoise. Yeah.
All versions of green.
Well, it's kind of blue-green, like my chair.
But
it's
you
like
still
this
said the G word.
The green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a version of green.
Oh, whatever. Or a version of blue.
Yeah.
Let's see here. And then, Lisa said, yes, I love sriracha. Me too. Joy TQ Cat said, looks like Shelly's a little laboratory with all the fermenting.
Right.
I'm saying.
Do you want that back on camera?
Ooh. Well, do you want to move that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, let me make some more room for it.
So, yes, I have like a little laboratory. I wish I could be like, I don't know if anybody else has heard of Pro Home Cooks. Like that dude, he's got like, he actually found an area in his apartment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, where it's dark and away from windows and everything. And he built shelves and he calls it his fermenting room. And he is fermenting, like he does all of that. And I'm like, oh, I'm super jelly. Because right now I'm fermenting on our dining table.
Didn't you want another one for you too? We have hers. Okay, that's fine.
And then I'll need a different spoon. Yeah, that works. Perfect. And so I was like, oh man, but right now mine's in the dining room because that's kind of center of the house. And there are windows, but I have the blackout curtains. And so none of them are directly on it. And so it is really a dark place in the house and, keeping things cool. So yeah, I've been having so much fun. And this sriracha has been fermenting for 5 days now. So I'm super excited about that. So I'm just going to take this butter mayo, and we have it seasoned or flavored rather with some fresh herbs I got at the market last week.
This is also what we use to make our new channel member recipe.
Yes.
So y'all got to be on the lookout for that.
I know. I'm excited about that one.
And that we'll just put in the fridge like it is. And we'll make a new batch.
Yes. So if now this recipe is basically from Chris Cook in Nashville, but somebody did ask if we'd put out a video on it too, just a quick video. So I'll do that too this weekend. I'll make a nice little butter mayo quick video. But the sriracha here, I'm going to show y'all. So, and I did just stir this before. So you always want to wash your spoons or whatever you use.
God, this smells so
and
good.
then you stir it. But since we're basically, it's where it's at. Now, we could go longer than 5 days, but I'm kind of just going by Pro Home Cooks, and he said the first time he did sriracha, he did it for 5 days. He last I heard, he was going to try one for 15 days, but
I'm doing this today.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was like, it smells really good. So these were a lot of red jalapenos that I used. And I think 1 habanero or something. But yes, it's been
the rooster ain't got nothing on us.
It's got so, like, I could see the little bubbles that formed throughout the week. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. You don't do a salt brine when it comes from this. It's more of an anaerobic. So if you're familiar with fermentation, it's an anaerobic fermentation, not a lacto. And that's why you got to keep it stirred every couple of, or twice a day, every day, you know, so that you kind of like move the bacteria around, right?
Well, while you're working on that, can I go swap and put the chicken in? Or you need me?
Yeah, no, I don't need you. So Heath wanted just a little bit of, so you can, if you want, oh yeah, where's the pitcher that we're going to put this in? No, the blender bottle.
Oh. Hang on.
So you could eat the sriracha just like this if you like more of a paste type, but we are going to thin it out. I'm going to use apple cider vinegar. I know some, and I think even Pro Home Cooks, he used rice vinegar. You could do that. I mean, we do have rice vinegar if you wanted to, but usually if I use rice vinegar, I don't use a whole lot, you know, just to kind of limit that. But, or you could use white vinegar if you wanted to. I'm not a fan of white vinegar in my food like that. So I do like apple cider vinegar. So we're just going to add a little bit of that to just kind of get it more of a, where we can put it in a bottle and squeeze it out. So I'm super excited about this, y'all.
All right, we messed up.
Oh?
This still has the peppers in it.
Oh. Well. Woo. Well, they haven't been blended yet, so that's good, right?
Right.
There's a few more in there.
Of course there is.
There.
If one ends up in it, oh well.
Yeah. So now I'm going to dump this in here. And Rhonda's here. Hey, Rhonda. She said, good evening. Popping in for a bit. Well,
but
thank
Lisa,
you.
This is the one we have.
Yeah, that's the color. Well, thank you, Rhonda. I'm so glad to
Rhonda.
see you tonight. Are you doing a little better? Feeling a little better tonight? I hope so. All right. Now, you know me. I don't like to waste anything, right? So, I washed this before. And I'm just going to go through and make sure. And then, now this was like our test batch, y'all, of the sriracha. So I'm going to go again to the farmer's market tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get some more great peppers. And then what I plan to do is, if this turns out as good as I think it will, because I kind of taste a little bit each day, right? But if it does turn out as good as I think it is, then we'll definitely record this video as well. So you'll have that coming out. But yeah, I'm going to have a whole series of fermentation videos. I'm so excited. More of them have been completed this week. I do have a couple that I'm kind of letting go for like 2 weeks. So those are taking a little bit longer. Like my cordito, I am letting that go a good 2 weeks. And I saw one today. I got an idea, which again, I truly am going to start fermenting everything. Fermented ketchup. I'm excited about that one. So I'm going to do that too. So that'll be like another recipe of ours. So there, I've got the whole little sriracha in there. And now I'm going to use a good quality apple cider vinegar. I would say 1/4 of a cup, but I'm just going to start off with half of that because we do kind of like it like a thick consistency.
Oh, wow.
All right. So that's good. I should get like an industrial size of the apple cider vinegar because I feel like we use it a lot.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Right? All right. And I'm just going to pour half of this. Let's see. Maybe I should do all of it. Let's just do all of it. 1/4 of a cup isn't that much, right? And then here in a minute, when Heath is able to, no rush, then he's going to blend it in the blender for us. All right. And then I see Carrie hit the like button a gazillion times +1. Thanks so much, Carrie. And I see Sharon's here. She says, hi, all. Just made it.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
And speaking of Sharon, y'all, she is so sweet. And I'm sorry, we actually got this last week and it totally skipped my mind last Friday. So I do apologize. I'm sorry, Sharon. But she sent these adorable little napkins. And it says, oh,
Sorry.
that's okay. It says, yes, I drive a stick. Isn't that hilarious? They're little napkins and they're so cute.
Trying to get to where the glare doesn't hit right.
That's awesome. I love it so much.
Put them right here for now.
Thank you. And she sent us 2 shirts. So one's for Heath. Oh, okay, this one's mine. So it's got the HH logo. And then underneath it, it says Mistress of the Horde. Isn't that adorable? Of the Hungry Horde. Mistress of the Hungry Horde. There you can see it. Mistress.
We were going to wear them tonight, but we're wearing the apron she made us also.
Yeah, so
it's like one or the other.
Right. And then here's
when we go out tomorrow, we'll wear this. When we go to dinner, we'll wear it.
And then his has the HH. And then it says Master of the Hungry Horde. Thank you, Sharon.
Yes.
We love these. And if y'all are ever interested in shirts,
yes,
the koozies, or aprons, down below we have a link to Sharon, to her website, and you can order, and anything you order does actually help. Well, anything under the Hungry Horde does help out the channel, y'all. But she's also got other stuff that she does that's amazing too. Thank you.
And we were chatting with her earlier today, and she's got some more ideas for us in the works too.
Ooh.
So y'all need to stay tuned and keep apprised on her website.
Yes, and also she usually will post stuff in the Facebook group, y'all.
She's amazing.
Yes, so make sure you're part of our Facebook group.
And then in the show notes, we always list her channel too, her website.
Yes. So any of our videos, you'll see that. And if you are, I don't know. Oh, I was going to say, and if you are like when you see each week the trailer or when we release the Hungry Horde Eats videos and you're like, wow, how do I get my photo in that? Well, you share it on our Facebook group, y'all. So go make sure you're part of our Facebook group so that you can share your amazing eats and give other people ideas of what to eat as well.
And just a little heads up on that too. We both scan that multiple times every day.
Yes.
And we save the pictures and add them to the thing so we can put them in the trailer for y'all. But usually around Thursday, around 2-ish, we usually do our cutoff on that. So anything after that goes on to the next week. So that way we can get everything posted and ready for tonight.
Yes.
So if you see that yours got skipped, it's because you got it in after 2 o'clock. No rush or anything. I said you'll just have it next week. You'll be shown.
And so I see most everyone is here. So I do want to make just a couple announcements. So first of all, if you are
Sharon's.
Yes. If you are a fan of our Texas 5 Spice, we are doing a very limited special angry 5 Spice that I'm going to release. And it's actually, they're in the dehydrator right now.
I just turned it back on.
Basically, this one, instead of jalapenos, it's having a special spicy hatch. So not the regular hatch. I got it from the farmer, and he said these are actually his spicy hatch peppers that are spicier than a jalapeno. So not only is it going to have that, but I got special habaneros that are at least double, if not quadruple, the Scoville of a regular habanero. So it's going to be an extra spicy blend this time. So if you are interested in that, again, it's limited. I think I'll have maybe 4 more available, because I opened it up to our channel members first, and already a couple have requested it. So, and they're going to be
2 of our fellow spice heads.
Right. And the price will be $12, right?
I think.
Yeah, $12, and then shipping and handling, usually that's under $5. So if you are interested, please send us an email below. Again, it's going to be first come, first serve. And that's it's going to be really spicy. So just beware. It is going to be hotter than the original. Okay. And then second announcement. So we talked about it last week, but I just want to throw it out there again. So we've actually got a couple more, but anyways, second announcement, we want to do basically a Friday night collab with, it could be, you don't have to have a channel as long as you have where you can stream. Basically, you have to have a really good internet for streaming. So if you have that and you want to cook along with us, or if you have a channel and you want to cook with us and be on the live with us, I'm only going to do one person. We'll probably do it once a month. What will happen is you'll say, oh yeah, I want to join you on a Friday night. And then I'll figure out our schedule, find out the best Friday, and you'll tell us what we cooked that week. And we'll cook it together, and we'll talk to everybody together. And I think it'll just be a fun addition to the Friday night feast. So again,
don't make it really feel like a feast.
Right. Email us if you're interested. And then third announcement, right? There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's a fourth. So the third announcement, and let me know when you email what it is you're emailing about, since I'm making so many. The third announcement is we want to do a community-wide collab. So this is for those of you with a channel. So if you have a channel and you want to collab with us, please, or be part of the keto collab, please email us. What I'm thinking of, I've been so busy at work this week, y'all. I just haven't had time to send an email. So hopefully on Sunday I'll have some time, and I'm going to start emailing channels. But I would love it if you're interested. Email me. What I was thinking is it would be a community-wide collab for the end of August or beginning of September, because I already have an idea up here what the collab would be. Oh. But basically, for example, when we do that video, so when you release your video on what the actual topic is, you'll then, in the description, you'll tag everybody who's involved. So I'm trying to get as many channels as possible. When I saw this in the homestead community, there was 23 channels involved in their collabs. I want to do something like that in the keto community, where we're having lots of collabs with all of us. I mean, if I could get 20 channels in the keto and carnivore community signed up, I think that'd be awesome. That's just a way to bring all of us together kind of as a web and show, hey, we're a good in keto community and we all support each other. And this is a way of showing our support by, hey, look, here's our take on this. We're all doing this together. We're all going to enjoy this together. So if you're a keto or carnivore channel and this is something you're interested in being part of the collab, please send me an email. Again, down below there, scrolling, send me an email and say, yeah, I want to be part of the monthly collab. And I'm saying monthly. We might not do it every month. We'll just see what y'all feel like. But I think it'd be a fun thing to do, maybe every month or every other month, and just showing that engagement in our community and giving more of a positive, because lately, y'all, I've seen just some negative things out there, and I want to counteract some negative things and videos I've seen and show that, no, here in the keto community, carnivore community, we really are positive people that want to support each other and uplift each other and not be like, oh, we're in competition or anything like that. I don't want that type of feel, and I don't want people from the outside thinking, oh, it's such a, they're not integrated. So this is just a way to bring us all together and build some positivity in the community, which I think is needed. So again, please email me. I really want to get this going, and the more responses and emails, but please email me, because if you message me, I'll probably lose it. So email, I keep those all together. So
I'm flipping the chicken.
So he's flipping his chicken. And Lisa said, Renee's always first, right? And I see Natalie's here from Diana, Texas. Well, welcome, Natalie.
Howdy.
That's awesome.
Where's that at? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, is that by Dallas? Where's Diana? And, oh, yeah. And then the fourth announcement, y'all. This is so much fun. Y'all, oh my gosh. This is going to be awesome. So he will mention it tomorrow on his channel.
Channel. This is my channel.
Well, I mean, on his endless journey. And then we will post, we'll talk about it some more probably on my Warden Report. But basically, y'all are going to want this. And this is all thanks to Ketochow. So this is not us. Ketochow surprised us to sit this. So this is all on them.
I just got an email one day, said, you have an order on its way. I was like, well, I don't remember ordering anything, did we? She's like, no, what's going on?
And so they sent this and they're like, hey, we just want to, as a thank you for being an affiliate and a thank you to our keto community, we want to give back. And this is how they're giving back, y'all. Ready? Are you ready? Guess what flavor you think it is. It's not a new flavor.
It's not.
It's not a new flavor, but guess right now what flavor you think it is. Give a guess. And 22Q Cat said she's anxiously waiting to hear about Heath's interviews this week.
Me too.
And then Sharon said, waiting for the laptop to update, then I'll be able to tag folks. Yay! And then Brenda said, so glad I could be with all of you tonight. I'm glad you're here,
yes.
Brenda.
Welcome.
That's
Thank
awesome.
You. We're so happy you were able to join us.
And then I see Jackie's here. Hey, Jackie. I wondered where you were last week. I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Are you out running orders right now?
And then Sharon said, how are you doing? Oh, she was asking Jackie. And then Debbie said, happy Friday. Happy Hungry Horde. Battling a migraine. Oh, I'm so sorry, Debbie. But no way am I going to miss my Heath and Shelly again this week. Oh, you're so sweet. Can I say about what's happening in a week, Debbie?
Oh, yeah.
Let me know. Let me know if I can say it.
No.
Let me know yes or no if I can mention it. Because I don't want to steal any thunder. I'm just so excited for you.
Yes.
Oh, Jackie said she saw the urologist today. I go back the 14th. If it's not gone, might have to schedule surgery. Oh, that's scary.
That is. Fingers crossed.
And Visual Keto said, I'm here just about 5 minutes behind. I'll watch you at 1.5 speed to catch up. Oh, you're so awesome. Thank you. All right. Here we go. This again, Thank you,
guessed.
Ketochow. Y'all are
They
awesome.
didn't guess.
No, they did. A lot of people guessed.
And they haven't hit it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Well, I was just looking.
Okay.
I don't think I don't see anybody hit it. But boom.
Can I see it now?
Yeah.
All right.
It's pina colada. And you see, this is a big freaking bag of pina colada, y'all. So you are going to win a big bag of pina colada from Ketochow. So y'all are getting to know. Oh, it's in a big bag now? I didn't know it was.
What's that? Yeah, they're getting the big bag.
Oh, I didn't know it was. I didn't know it wasn't a big bag already. Oops.
Oh.
Anyhow, y'all, one of you will win a big bag of Ketochow pina colada. It'll be shipped directly from Ketochow, y'all. That's how awesome they are. So what you'll do if you want to win, so next Friday, we will be drawing for the winner. How it's going to happen is you have to go in, comment on Heath's MS journey tomorrow. Whatever video released on
Maybe Sunday though, if I put it out.
Well, or Sunday, whatever video we release on Monday, and the Warden Report. So any video between now and the Warden Report, make sure you comment and let's do hashtag KC Pina Colada, and we'll also put it on the videos. Pina Colada. There.
And then we're going to do the drawing next Friday.
Yes. So that's the hashtag on every single video. So starting with Heath's MS journey, whatever video we're releasing Monday, and then my Warden Report. So it should be, I think, 3 videos.
Well, then also the cooks.
The HH Cooks. So make sure you use that
4.
hashtag, and you will get a full-size bag. One of you lucky people will. And we'll be drawn next Friday. So you want to tune in for that to see if you win. So I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Ketochow. That's so awesome that you're doing this. I think that's just so great of them, right?
Yes.
So yay. But yeah, so we've got that. That's all the announcements. So I hope you heard all 4. And I can't wait to get the emails from y'all and start these collabs and everything. I think it'll be so much fun. Lisa said, I've made pigs in a blanket with those Tetons with the fathead dough.
Oh,
that is good.
Smart.
That's really good.
Y'all, here's what's going on with that.
With what?
The sausages, the Polish sausages. I was actually racking my brain, searching around different places, trying to find an all beef sausage. We had like 3 packs, because they come in 3. They're a 3-pack bundle when you buy them, but we had 3 of the 3-pack bundles. And I didn't even snap that they were all beef. So it worked out perfect for triple B&E.
Yeah, that did. Crafty Carnivore is here. Hey, Hyla. She goes, hello, all. How are you doing?
Howdy.
And Lisa said, oh, I need to relax throughout the day. Right? So, yeah, Jason's videos, that he has one I saw, I think the latest one is an hour long. Mm-hmm. And you just listen and just kind of meditate or just mellow out, help bring those stress levels, the cortisol down. It's awesome. And I see Shauna's here. You made it. Said hello. I made it. Hi, Heath and Shelly. Hi, everyone.
Howdy.
Hey, Shauna. And Crafty said, I just had those same wings yesterday. I air fry them. They were real good.
Yeah, so I got them running right now.
Yeah. So because
he's also, y'all, I'm a member of the Buffalo Wild Wings little rewards club, and they're doing a promotion right now. But with their new thing, we don't know that every location uses the beef tallow.
Yeah.
And actually looking at it, it's actually cheaper and quicker just to go buy our own.
Mm-hmm.
And just make it ourselves.
Oh, how did the sriracha sauce turn out?
I think it looks good. I was waiting for you to tell me to bring it back over.
Oh, yeah. Whenever you're ready.
And see if it needs to be blitzed again or not.
Brenda said, so happy to hear the pup update. Thank you, Brenda. Me too. And Sharon said, oh, good to hear about Delilah. Me as well. Like, y'all. I don't want to get all teary-eyed on the live. Right. You know I do that enough. Ooh, let's see.
Do it need to go longer? Still looks awful thick.
Yeah, it does.
Awful loud too, though.
Well, maybe just take your mic off.
All right. Well, while we're doing that, I'll let it go,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go run and use the bathroom. I'll set it, and then I'll walk in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But also, wait, I want to get. While I'm still sitting here, a couple of y'all were asking about my job.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I have 3 jobs, y'all. The other day, I actually turned down one of them. The other one I have gone is kind of messed up.
Well, wait. Say the first one you turned down was the first one you accepted.
Yes,
the one that wanted a deposit and he had to buy his
$90
own
deposit for part of the equipment because they still wanted. They were going to ship me the main computer, a monitor, and keyboard, but I had to provide a second monitor and a headset.
And it didn't pay worth the crap.
Training was
anyways,
yeah.
So he turned that down.
Yeah. Then I got hired by 2 other companies, and I've kind of a debacle on that too. Because I went to go do the drug test twice this week. I couldn't produce for them. I don't know why. I was there for an hour on both excursions because I had this weird conundrum. I know it's a little TMI, and I apologize, but every time I go to the grocery store, almost immediately once I walk into the store, first thing I'm going to do is go hit the restroom. I do my shopping. I get home. First thing I do is go hit the bathroom. I don't know why, but it works out every single time I go to the grocery store that way.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, when I went to the drug testing thing, I could not produce a sample for them. Luckily, the first time, they told me I had to reschedule with the company and have them, set me one up. But I went to a different location because of embarrassment. I went to a different location. Well, today she just gave me a card and told me, look, just come back on Monday and we'll take care of you. So I figured what I'm going to do is take a whole, 2 gallons of water with me, and I'll just sit in the truck and drink until I can't anymore, until I feel like I have the urge, and I'll just go in. Because I have to get this drug test done. And then the third company, the one I really, really want, haven't scheduled me to do a drug test yet, which is kind of disconcerting because I'm supposed to start with them on Tuesday. But I've actually worked for the company once other time and in person. The new role I'm going to start with them will be at home only. Last time I worked in the store for them. And I remember looking back now, but that was even that was before I even knew Shelly.
It was like 20 years ago.
Yeah. So they had to do a bunch of research to find me in the system too. But I did not do a standard drug test for them. I actually went in to fill out all my paperwork, and they did a swab on the inside of my mouth. So I'm wondering if because they're wanting me to come in store for them.
On the 8th.
On the 8th. But I haven't received that email either. They're supposed to look it up and tell me which store they want me to go to.
Oh.
I haven't received that. So I called them today too, but I have the direct number to the hiring manager, the person I talked to when I was hired. Left them a message, but I haven't heard back.
Yeah.
So everything's kind of in limbo. So I'm just trying to finalize everything on both companies.
Yeah, but that one, he's supposed to start on, they sent him the, oh shoot, what's the letter called again? The, where they said you're hired.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The welcome letter.
Well, no, they have another term for it. But basically, it said, okay, you're hired. This is what you're being paid.
Here's your structure.
Yeah, here's your start date.
Yeah.
Here's when your training starts and the dates for training, and then here's when you'll start actual on the floor, and this will be your in production, and this will be your schedule from this date forward. And so it even the HR said, emailed later and said, oh, did you get that email? Because I know not all of them are going. And we replied, yes, I received the email. Yes, I accept the offer. Oh, the offer letter. But anyways, so, he accepted and got an offer letter. It pays the most. And I think you would feel the most comfortable.
Yes, it's right in my wheelhouse. And it's going to be 5 weeks of training. That'll be Monday through Friday. Then when I go on production, when I actually, assume my position, I'll have Tuesdays and Sundays off.
Yeah.
So I'll be back to working Saturdays, but.
Yeah. But then he would also, they supply all of the equipment,
yes,
everything. Yeah. But yeah, so so I told him, the other company he accepted,
their offer letter.
He got their offer letter and they have tasks for him to do and the drug test and everything. And he, so I said, you need to go, the background check. I said, you need to go through all of that just in case as a backup. But the second job also in the offer letter, so they said he starts on his hire date's Tuesday, but they had different things. So like on Tuesday, he's supposed to go in and do his I-9, and that might be when they do the drug test.
Yeah, like I said, last time they did a swab.
Right, because they said you'll have to go in person, and then on, like, I think
the next day, I thought.
No, on Thursday and Friday is one of those dates is when you'll hook up all of your equipment.
Yeah, they're gonna ship my equipment to me. The other company I worked for in the past, I just set it up and then went and did my thing. They want me to set it up with them on the phone and everything.
Yeah, like they have a whole seminar where he'll log in and they'll help him go through setting it up.
Yeah.
And I guess he gets paid for all of it.
I get paid when I go in for the I-9 too.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's good.
My start date is actually the 8th.
Right. So that'll be, so
and
I guess.
My benefits start from day 1.
Right. And so that's good. The other company is the company I used to work for. The pay's not as good, but it is only Monday through Friday, normal hours, like 8:30 to 5. But
and
again,
standard days off too, like holidays. I mean,
yeah, and standard holidays and all. But again, the pay's not as good. I mean, it's decent, but it could be better. Let's put it that way.
But then again, that's the case with any job, right?
Right.
Which one of y'all is working and doesn't want to make more?
Right. And so he's gonna go still do all of that. That start date, I've heard different things. One time they said the 14th, and then another they said the 21st.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one is the higher date, but anyways, yes. So he's gonna go get this going,
and use the bathroom,
and I'll talk to y'all.
All right. Entertain the troops.
The horde. Carrie said, glad the puppy's doing well. I went to watch the video for the puppy scare. I didn't see all the video. Glad she's okay. Yes. Thank you. Kathleen said, no, about medium. Kathleen said, I have a pet that hops. Oh, isn't that so cute? And let's see here. Shauna said, well, my brother's little Shiba Inu hops all over, but she's only 12 weeks. I just got to see her again. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. And then Carrie said, I'm never going to have coffee or caffeine in me again, Heath. Not having caffeine in me is the best for now. That's good, Carrie. Well, you got to figure out what works best for you, right? And then Shauna said, why people got to ruin cocoa with fungi? Aw. Sorry. I don't know. I think I'm excited to try it. Let's say that. Catherine's here. Hey, Catherine. She said, howdy, y'all. Chilling, watching the feast. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Way to go. And Keto Simple. Hey, Dustin. Said, hey, everyone. Just loaded up the car at Costco, heading home. Look at you. Like, Friday's your Costco running day, isn't it? And Shauna said, I left my mom's to come here. Oh, you're so sweet. Keto Simple said, I always club on Fridays. I know, you're such a clubber. And Carrie said, that is so funny, Shelly. I mean, every once in a while. Just Jason said, I haven't emailed you about the live stream panels at collabs yet, but count me in for all of it. Community is key. Oh, good, Jason. Well, I figured, but when you get a chance, I know we're busy, please email me so I can make sure I remember. Kathleen said, hi, everyone. So excited to be here. I'm excited you're here. I'm excited all of you are here tonight. It's so awesome. Keto Simple said, I forgot to email you about the collab stuff. It's been a busy whirlwind week.
I know y'all have y'all own stuff going on. That's fine. That's the beauty of email, though. Just do it at your leisure.
What do you think as far as the consistency?
It looks like it needs to get in my mouth.
But I'm saying, do you want it a little thinner? Since we're putting it in that.
Well, where did the I put it up?
Because I don't know. Ooh, yeah,
Apple
you did.
Cider.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well, I've used the phone.
Oh, I know. Well, no, I just tasted it.
Uh-huh.
Where'd you? Oh, you got it over there. So maybe do another 1/4 of a cup.
Okay.
Or are you gonna give it to me to do?
Yes.
But yay, that's so excited. Carrie said, it's a Friday where I am in Texas, 104 right now.
Yes.
It was 108 earlier. I know. It's
and y'all
awful.
probably heard me say the joke before, but it just never gets old to me. Any of y'all remember playing Super Mario Brothers 3? Remember that level where the sun is chasing Mario? That's what it's like living in Texas.
Like, I avoid going out at all costs, but then I am going out tomorrow.
But again, she's going first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
The market doesn't even open until 9. So
no, it opens at 8.
Oh, well, it's even better. That's going to be a lot.
So
cooler.
yeah, I'm going, and y'all who know me, so I'm gonna, and the one I'm going to is downtown or close to it, so it's 40 minutes about away. So I'm gonna go tomorrow and try to get up and leave by 7. And Debbie said, I'm scared to jump on the Fur Mini train. Oh, don't be. And once you see how it goes, Debbie, I hope that I alleviate everybody's fears. Because, I mean, this is like, the more I have fermented, the more I'm like, why didn't I do this before? This is so freaking easy. Like, you basically can't mess it up.
Think of it this way. If we can do it, you can do it.
Yes.
We don't do anything special that nobody else can do. Or can't do, I mean.
Keto Simple said, I only like the Guy Fung brand sriracha. Everyone else is gross.
You haven't had mine yet.
Yeah. Try an actual fermented one, because I heard that his isn't actually fermented. So
what are you talking about? That's the Red Rooster?
Yeah. Carrie said, that is cool stuff, Shelly, with the fermenting. Oh, thanks, Carrie.
So let me know when you get that.
Okay.
I gotta wait. Also, though, I gotta go check the chicken.
Yeah.
I'll get it in one. I'll do it all at once. I think I heard the
Sharon said, still awake, waiting for the laptop to finish its update. So on my phone for a bit.
The sausage
Those updates. Oh, okay, thanks. Keto Simple said, if I had my way, my whole house would be a dark place.
Yes.
That's how we are too.
I can't see it from where I pointed right now, but our right to my left right here, we have a huge window. And this area over here gets kind of warm, so that's the next thing we're going to do is put curtains over here. So we may need to put we have actually 2 lights. We may need to rig up another light over here. Once, because that's going to cut
yeah, we'll see.
I don't know,
think
because when it goes dark, and then we're going to see.
But yeah, we pretty much keep it pretty dark. Yes. I'm kind of militant about the light usage, because I'll go and tell him, turn off the light.
I am too.
And he gets mad at me.
Well, because I have turned them on so I can use them. That's why the house has them installed.
But yeah, I've got blackout curtains on most of the big windows, except for this one. And like even on one, I put double so that it's like really dark in there now. I even put it on the front door, the little insert. I put a little blackout curtain over that part. Like our house, right now it's very bright in here, but otherwise it's like so dark, especially in the morning. So that's how I try to keep it.
But see, we do that, but then we're kind of odd too, though, because our hallway only has one light fixture in it, and it has a couple of blind spots. It's kind of hard to see in the hall closets because there's no lights inside of there. So we found at Costco, they're actually outdoor lights. It's a little tripod thing that hangs, you screw it into a regular outlet, but it has 3 of them that fan out. Well, we have that installed in the garage, which is a dream. Then I had a buddy come over and help me change out the fixture in the hall. When we put the other one in there, and now it's like Fenway Park in there. That whole hallway's lit up.
Yeah.
She was thinking we probably still need to add a second one, but we don't. It makes it that bright.
So bright. Okay, probably is done.
Right. Gonna cut it off and let it sit for a second while I flip the chicken.
Shauna said, I sit in the dark a lot here too. I mean, it does help keep the heat down. And right now with this just horrible heat wave, we need to like saving a degree here and there. Like it adds up.
I mean, it was so hot here, y'all. Before we went live, I went out and just checked the mail, came back in, and it just wiped me out. Because I do not do well with the heat anymore. That's why I had to get rid of our hot tub.
Keto Simple said, all right, I'm driving home. Can't see the chat till I get home. Oh, good. Lisa said, when you make the mayo, put something fun in it. Do you mean like for the fermented mayo? Like, or the butter mayo? What do you want fun? Debbie said, I'm looking forward to your butter mayo video. Oh, thank you. And Jason said, I definitely need to try butter mayo. It is good, but I'm going to say something. Maybe it's a little controversial, but I don't really think it's that cheap, y'all, because butter lately, now we finally got a good deal on butter. Crafty was, actually, I watched her channel and she was talking about how Kroger had butter on sale. He was last week for $2.99 a pound.
So I went to 2 Krogers.
So we went to 2 Krogers and got 10. So we did save a little there, but meanwhile, it's been over $4 for a pound. And the butter mayo takes a half pound of butter. So right there, you're looking at at least $2 just for the butter to make the mayo, and then plus all your other ingredients. So to me, it's not the cheapest, right? You could definitely save money by doing like the regular avocado mayo or, you know, other types of mayo, especially like, I know not everybody likes the bacon mayo, but I mean, for money, cost-wise, that's pretty cheap.
Leftover grease. So.
Right. So that's a lot cheaper, but the butter mayo is not the cheapest thing. So I don't know if it's something I would do long-term because, you know, I'm kind of a penny pincher. So how did it look?
The chicken's not quite done because I haven't changed the setting on it. It's still 350.
Okay. Lisa
Plus, it's
said,
giving us time to do all the rest of this.
Yeah, Lisa said, I love the ferment talk. Me too. Girl, I am loving it and loving having it every day. It's so good. And Patty said, I'm a little late, but I made it. Yay, you made it, Patty. I'm so glad. And she goes, hi, guys. What happened?
I'm supposed to bring this back to you.
Oh, yeah. Jackie said, speaking of blender, got my Vitamix immersion blender sent off and got the replacement 2 days later.
Oh, that's awesome.
So excellent customer service. Anyone has problems. Well, that's great to hear, Jackie.
Yes, that's awesome. 2 days later.
Now, what do you think now of the consistency?
Oh, yes. Mo better.
So let's
dip it and see.
Oh, okay.
Or, yeah. I just want to see how it comes off of it.
So here's the consistency. So
Oh, yeah,
it is
perfect.
thick. So yeah, now we can pour it. We'll probably need more than one, so I don't know where we'll put the rest.
Leave it in here and put that in the fridge, I guess. Or do we have any more jars? That one's kind of scary. What are you gonna do with this container?
I mean, I could pour it back in the container and put it in the fridge.
Yeah, and we can just dip out of it as needed.
Yeah.
And then when we go to the store next, we'll get these because these are like these little squeeze bottles are like $1 a piece at HEB.
Yeah.
So we just get a bunch of them. Oh yeah.
Well, we also have, you know, our glass jars that we do for our hot sauce.
Yeah, that's true too. But I want to save those for the hot sauce. Oh man, it looks so good.
Right?
Oh wow, it almost all fit.
Almost. Well, can you lift that up a little?
This?
Yeah. Oops. So it'll keep flowing. Up. Yeah, there you go.
Let's just call that good. Just pour it in here.
Okay. Can you take the spoon out of that one? Okay. There you go.
No, oh. Okay, I was just doing that. Let it drip on the lid. And I don't know how we did it, but we had another one of these, a little smaller one. We set it on something. I don't know where and when, but it burned it. And we didn't notice it until we started filling it up and it started oozing out of it.
Yeah,
I
think we had it outside
Uh-huh.
and we put it next to the Blackstone.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, right, y'all? Things like that happen. So let's see here. While this is emptying. And then Jason said, "What? Oh,
You don't have to hold it. Just set it on that.
well, that's okay."
All right. Jason said,
I need to incorporate more fermented foods. It's the only thing I haven't tried to help my gut issues. I can say that, and on the Warden report, I kind of go into more details, but it definitely has worked wonders for me. Me personally, the fermented foods have helped my gut tremendously, and like it in every way possible, it has helped me. And so I'm really excited about it. And plus, I think it tastes good.
In one corner right there.
Yeah, I know.
Because y'all, I'm looking really forward to using that and making my dirty eggs.
Right?
I'm going to cook up some of those Pernell sausages and that same grease that she's been making her bacon in, and then making my eggs in that and putting some of that in there. I think it's going to be so good as a lunch tomorrow.
Right? But yeah, the fermented food, especially I've been having kefir, and the kefir is great. Like it's probably one of the best, if not the best, fermented food as far as, getting the gut bacteria that you need. And I've been having that kefir and it's awesome. I highly recommend it if you have, especially like one person I was listening to, Dr. Davis. I don't know if anybody else has heard of him, but he was saying like a lot of issues that people have is because their gut is unhealthy. And he was like, anytime he hears somebody say, oh, I can't have this or I can't have that, he's like, yeah, that's because your gut's not healthy. And he's like, so you got to introduce the right bacteria to your gut, but you got to do it consistently, because guts are living creatures, so they live and die. So you can't just like one day have kefir and then be like, okay, I should be good forever. Like, no, you have to keep doing it. And then I've been hearing a lot. I did talk about it a lot on my Warren report in more details this week, y'all. But yeah, I think it's good. All right. And then Rhonda said, I'm feeling okay. Hi, my friends that greeted me earlier. I'm watching on TV. Miss you all. I know. I miss you too. Carrie said, I have the deed coming by me soon, so it'll be official for me to own the house. Way to go, Carrie. Awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, that's always good news.
Right?
The lid.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. The lid is clean, though. Oh, well, no, it does need a little.
Well, I'm just saying. I always like making other sauces in this too, because it'd be really good. With all that remnants in there, make a hollandaise sauce.
Oh, yeah. Good? Yeah, that would.
So I'm gonna walk this out and put it in the other fridge.
Okay. That's awesome, Carrie. Let me hands here. And then I see my Broca's broke. Said, happy Friday, Horde. Just getting home. So many long days, great days, but my body is tired.
Ow.
Right? I bet that this week at work, and basically, I've heard ever since I got this new role that, hey, wait till August. August is going to be the killer month. And one of my coworkers who's been, basically doing this with this, well, she actually started with the other company before we transitioned it in-house, and so she's been doing it for 5 years. She said, yeah, usually when August hits, she goes, I work through my lunches and I work through the night. She goes, I'm easily working 12 to 16 hours a day, 5 days a week.
We still need it. I'm gonna start clearing some of the stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
The chicken's almost done.
Oh, good. That's freaking good. That's sriracha. And so this week I did get an hour of overtime. That ain't much, but I mean, it's something.
It was back out, or you went in the fridge?
In the fridge now. Okay. I mean, it's something, but I did work. We were short staffed. Like half the team was off Monday, and like only one was scheduled. People had issues, right? So I worked straight through my lunch on Monday. Whoa. Which isn't a big deal because I normally am fasted on Monday. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? But yeah, so we're going to see, like today, there's so much work still for today, and we'll see. I mean, we're still within our SLAs, which is our service agreements, but I'm just thinking come Monday, I don't know. So I'm hoping they'll start offering overtime because I am game to work all the overtime possible.
Because it's not that bad when you're working from home.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely work 12-hour days, 5 days a week.
You know what, though? Well, I'll do this.
Or even more, right? I work through my lunch and everything. I see Cadence here. Hey, Cadence said hello. How did Heath's doctor appointment go? Hope it all is well.
Oh, that's the other thing I need to tell him about.
Yeah, well, you also tell on your MS journey,
yeah.
but yeah.
When we tell them, well, yeah, but see, these are the important people. That's why they're here. And my chair just lowered again. But I want to show off Teresa again. Thank you. Our cutting board.
She's in Alaska right now.
That's right. Well, when she watches the replay, thank you again.
But
when I pull out the elbow, I'm gonna set it on that.
Okay.
But what was I gonna say?
Your doctor's appointment.
Oh. The thing with my arm, he's really thinking it's with my elbow. And he has an MRI scheduled for me. They did a bunch of blood work, and she looked over that. She understands how to read all that stuff.
So all of his, so he was like, because he told him that you're BBB&E, right? You told him about that. What did he say?
He goes, that's very restrictive. I don't know if I could do that. He goes, but I'm proud of you for doing it, and your numbers look good. He said.
Yeah.
Because he has me do these weird strength exercises where we cross our arms and I squeeze, and then he pushes down on my knees, and I have to lift them and everything. So he's told me my strength is all perfect where it's supposed to be. He goes, look, you're getting around a lot better. Him and the nurse and the intake receptionist told me how I look amazing. I've lost a lot of weight, they said. Especially from like when I first started going, because y'all, it's been a year since I saw him.
Yeah.
Last time I saw him was actually on Shauna's birthday. So he said everything's good. He just I was telling him about what happened with my arm and about I think I overdid it on the sodas. And he said, well, yeah, you loved using Dr. Google. So he goes, but y'all do a lot of good research on your own. Your wife is amazing about that. So. And but he told me he's good, but so he ordered the MRI and he ordered an EMG.
Yeah, and then he ordered the comprehensive metabolic blood work and his D3 and his B12. So his blood work all came back, all within normal range. His blood glucose, all of that was perfect. His D3, y'all, it was 86. So if y'all...
supposed to be?
Between 30 and 100.
Okay.
And yours, I think it was 86.
I don't know. You tell me.
It was either 86 or 92. But anyways, it's freaking high. I think it was 86 because I was like, wow.
Like too, is they use this doctor uses they call it, it's a website called My Chart. So I can just go online and look at all of my results anytime I want to.
Yeah. And then his B12 was also within normal range. But I thought for his D3, that's really good because again, they want it between 30 and 100. And I've heard Dr. Barry say before that the closer you get to 100, the better. So I was like, well, with his being that high, that's awesome.
Speaking of my arm, it's feeling a lot better today. I still have a couple of issues every once in a while with my wrist. I just pop it and I'm starting feeling a little better. And I don't know. It's feeling so much better. And he said he thinks there's something wrong with my elbow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But he said, but the MRI will help us see a little better.
So that's good. If anything, at least he's feeling much better than he did a month ago.
Yes.
And then Crafty said, cute t-shirts and napkins. Yes. I know. Aren't they adorable? And 20TQ Cat said, bring on the Halloween stuff. Nice HungryHorde gear. Yes, I am super. Yeah, I am so excited. I actually, Bath and Body Works, if y'all saw the last Warden report, I showed what I got in the haul there. And then they sent me a reward where I get a free item valued up to $16.95. So I might swing by there tomorrow after the farmer's market and get my freebie, because the freebie I want, it's it's a car scent, and it's a skeleton with a crown on it, and it's LED lights, and you put the car scents in. And I was like, ooh, that's what I really, really want. So hopefully the store will have it. If not, I'll have to like order it online and pick it up at a store, but it'll be more convenient if I can just go by there and get it. And just Jason said, I got something in the mail from HungryHeath. We'll do a mail call video. Wow. That took a long... We sent him his little welcome, and I think it's his name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But that took a while to get to you.
We're international.
Well, I know, but still.
I timed that just right. I think the chicken is done.
Sharon said, I love making fun stuff and giving gifts. Aw, you're so sweet, Sharon.
Well, I love eating fun stuff and receiving gifts.
Right? Shauna said, special edition labels will be in the mail soon.
Oh, thank you.
Sharon said, I want on the extra spicy blend. Oh, good. Well, email me, Sharon. And Terry and Jerry are here. Hey, said good evening, all. How are you doing? And yes, I know I'm behind, but we'll catch up. Don't worry. Cooking in a Mo said, hello, everyone. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome. And then Terry and Jerry said, my wife made wings 2 days for her hen party. Oh, that's great. How fun is that? What did she season them with? And then Cooking in a Mo said 42 people in the chat. Mega love shout out. Thank you. That's so awesome. 22 Cat said lots of exciting things coming up for the Horde. I can't wait. Me neither.
All right, inspection time. Look at these and tell me what you think.
Okay.
We've done 3 trips at 350. I think they're good.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Feel, should we tip them just to make sure they're in temp? Jerry said Heath looking good. I saw he was down 200 pounds. Well, now he's down over 200, really. Because
just be careful, the bone's going to give you a misreading.
Well, I know. So when he originally started keto 4 years ago, he has lost. What is that chicken supposed to be again? 165?
I think.
Oh, yeah, we're good there. Yeah, then we're good. Okay.
Where's it at? Oh.
Here you go. We're good. We're way over.
Whole ground, including stuffing. No.
But yeah, so originally on keto, he's lost, I mean, we say 200. What am I supposed to do?
Move that because I'm fixing to pull the stuff out of the oven.
Oh, where do you want me to move it? Like this?
Right in front of me.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be on it. Well, I think. Where's my cover? Oh.
But anyways, yeah, he says what happened is when he originally weighed at the doctor's office, the scale stopped at 460 and didn't go beyond that. And he'd already been keto for a few weeks. So I really think he was at least 500 pounds when he started. So if you saw that picture, the cover photo, that was pre-keto. That was, I think, like a year before we went keto. That's what he was. So I'm sure he was at least 500 pounds, y'all. And just, I mean, now he's almost half the person. He's close to half the person. So he did lose on BBB&E just in 1 month, 14 pounds. I was like, I was shocked. I was like, wow, that's a drop.
When Dr. Berry first put this together, he said you may gain weight, but you will not gain fat.
Brenda Foley's here.
Hey.
Hey, Brenda, say hello. Had a nap ready for the party. Well, do you want to get some of the little fermented stuff out or no?
If you want it, I don't. Because I'm going to eat everything finger food.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. I'm ready to party too. Aw. And then Jackie said, I'm keeping my negativity down by not posting anything. Aw, I'm sorry. Laura said, hello, everyone. Hey, Laura, welcome to the Horde.
You see what I was thinking
tonight?
Is we one plate, for each of them, we just mix them.
So
fix your plate and I'll eat the rest.
Oh, I see.
And I just put, like I said, this one because it just came out of the oven.
Yeah. Let me do like this.
Does that make sense, y'all, the way I'm trying to do it?
Yeah.
And I just was using these bigger plates because originally I thought we were going to use paper. But I was like, this would be easier to carry everything back and forth.
Wow. So how many is this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 12 plus 3, it's 15. So 14. So about 7 each. Because
she knows I like the flats better than the drums.
Yeah, but like these two drums,
huge.
I'm not a fan of, so I'll let you have those.
Right.
And I'll just take a couple of these.
That's
so
fine.
what is that? That's 5. Let me do that. 6. Is that good?
That's
so
perfect.
That should give you 8.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
8 or 9. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
And then just give me half the sausage, I guess, or some of it.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's which one, because it's all basically the same, just different sizes.
Right.
And then I got some toothpicks too, if we want.
Oh, okay.
And what I did here, y'all, I have an old chili powder one. I just threw all the toothpicks in it. So this is a dispenser. I love upcycling.
Well, I wouldn't mind having some of my fermented now.
Okay. All right.
Maybe just the. Let's do one of the kimchi's.
I don't know which one it is. I'm gonna start handing you jars.
Oh, why? I don't want a whole bunch.
Well, then you just don't put a whole bunch on your plate. Which one?
Let me have this one.
Okay. And what else?
I guess that'll be fine.
A spoon or a fork?
I thought you already had a fork out for me.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted a water too, don't you?
Oh, yes. Jackie said you could have just said you were flipping the bird.
Right?
Visual Keto said, Shelly, you and Heath's stamina on these lives remind me of Joe and Rachel on Veterans Day and the Jerry Lewis telethon. We need a keto love telethon. Wouldn't that be fun?
Dang it.
It fell again.
Yes, this chair keeps collapsing on me.
Oh,
But it's what I get for getting it secondhand from my little brother.
right.
I think I'm gonna need to buy a new one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that should be plenty.
We should have done it a while back when we saw them on sale at Costco.
Yeah. Oh well.
But then we can move this around wherever you need it to be.
Okay.
Whatever's more comfortable for you.
There. All right. I'm gonna do one of the wings with just the sriracha on it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But thank you. We look forward to the Friday night all week long. And it's just, it truly is like the highlight of our week. Like we're really enjoying it. And I think that's what kind of gives us, I guess, the energy for it, right?
Oh.
What?
I'll put mine there too.
Oh, I thought you were handing me
No,
two.
I was putting it there because it's out of the way.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to try this little one with just the sriracha. Do you want one
Yes.
with sriracha?
Thank you.
All right. We'll see. We'll see if this is a winner, y'all.
I'm going with the sausage first.
Oh, okay. And then my broke said, welcome all of you newbies. And also thanks to those actively participating in the chat. Yes. Thank y'all so much. That's so
Can
awesome.
you do me a favor though?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, welcome, welcome. Anybody who is new here, we so appreciate you stopping by. And everybody that just keeps coming back week after week, we really appreciate it, y'all. That I love all the guests here. Oh, good. Sharon got her laptop up and running. Yay. Right, Kathleen? Pumpkin spice. I mean, if it was pumpkin spice, I don't know if I could share.
I'm just making sure we both have lime.
Oh, okay.
I know you don't like the mango.
Rita said, okay, home and ready to interact. I did over 4 miles last Saturday in the Portland Bubble Run. It was a blast. Oh, how fun, Rita. That's awesome. Sharon said, oh, in a big bag. I know. Okay, I'm going to try with the sriracha, y'all.
This should be perfect for the bones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have a little trash plate.
That's really good.
Right? I'm so glad that she's working the keyboard because I'm fixing to get my hands all dirty. Okay, where's the one? All right. I'm almost too excited to eat. I know this isn't one of our normal things. So it's a repeat. But
I
love this.
Freaking missed wings, y'all.
Yes.
This wing is like
so speaking of
tasty.
That, fingers crossed that these wings don't give me any problems, that I don't have to give them up. But we have pretty much given up chicken, and except for wings. Occasionally we'll buy the big chicken legs, or at least we'll buy the thighs, bone in. Anytime we buy chicken now, with bone in.
That's so good. I love it. And Sharon said that's a flavor she's never tried.
Right.
Well, good luck to you, Sharon. I hope you get to try it. And then my broke said, well, the broca is the area of the brain linked to speech production. I'm done talking and peopling for the week. Oh, thank you. I was like, what does that mean? Like, I thought it was a double broke. I'm so broke. I broke a broke. But thank you for telling me that. That's cool. But I understand. I understand that. Oh, Lisa says she loves the pina colada and she uses coconut oil. Oh, that makes sense. In the pina colada?
It does.
Jerry said, anyone had any luck with ketovore? I mean, Heath was basically ketovore before.
Yeah. When like when I was telling you before, I was a carnivore adjacent or carna close. Really, what I was ketovore.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how much I love my spicy food. I couldn't give that stuff up. And then we figured out the recipe for the Brussels, and then I love coleslaw. Because like anytime we do go out to eat, a lot of times all the sides are all carbs. But you'll run across it where they'll at least have asparagus or coleslaw.
Or Brussels.
Or Brussels, yeah. So that's always easy to work with.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that I eat more vegetables, it seems like, when we do go out. Like, especially like we love Saltgrass Steakhouse. And those kind of places always include a salad.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll eat that too.
And I feel like since I've been really focused on my gut, I'm finding that ketovore basically works better for me. Because when I was pure carnivore, because I did carnivore for over a year, y'all. Very strict carnivore. And my body did not like being carnivore. So I am finding, especially with the fermented foods, my body loves having some vegetables. And I know that that's, kind of controversial because I see the videos too where they're like, plants are toxins, you should never eat plants. But it's working for me. And so I think you just have to figure out what works for you. That's the main thing. That's why we're not dogmatic here. We never say, oh, you have to be carnivore, or you have to do this, or you have to eat so much protein, or you have to do this. No, you have to figure out what works for your body. And I know for my body, high fat, moderate protein, and then with the vegetables, such as like the fermented vegetables, that has been just like, it's even my coach is like astonished. She's like, wow, what you're doing week after week after week, you just keep knocking it out of the park. You just keep getting such great results. She's like, so keep doing what you're doing, because it is obviously, we have finally found what your body wants.
Like she's talking about high fat, y'all. It's so much that even when we go to places like the Brazilian joints, like Fogo de Chao and stuff, we bring our own butter too. Mm-hmm. Just to make sure it's clean. And so she gets what she needs in a timely manner. Sometimes they take a little while to bring it around.
Mm-hmm. Rita said, yum. And Keto Simple said, I have a packet of pina colada that I've not tried yet. Oh, it's so good. You got to try it. Susie said, hi, all. Happy Friday. Hey, Susan, welcome back. And Mama Bear Lynette. Hey, Lynette. Said, hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late to the party. Just working late tonight. That's okay. I'm so glad you're here, Lynette. Carrie said,
Lynette, that butter you made for us the other day when we came to your house would be perfect to dip this in.
You don't like this
one? I know, but the consistency she had was like so good. I'm just telling her, also I'm just churching her up, telling her how good she did too.
Yeah, it was really good. Carrie said, I'm now a homeowner, everyone. I finally got the deed.
Nice.
Yay.
Congratulations.
That's awesome, Carrie. I'm so proud of you. And then Laura said she's never tried pina colada. Wow. And Susie said she's joining late, but glad to be here. And then Sharon said, Mama needs a bag of keto chow. I am saying. So make sure y'all, again, starting with his MS journey through my Warden report this coming week, make sure you're going to go do that hashtag. Let me bring it up again because I saw it.
Paperwork, you good?
No, I got it. There's the hashtag that you're going to use on all of the videos. Then next Friday night, we're going to draw live and see who gets that free big bag of Keto Chow Pina Colada. So make sure y'all do that. And then Rickwin said, well, we'll still take the dead zombies and ashes to make sure you're still kicking. Aw, prayers and hugs to Jackie. Aw. Joy TQ Cat said, that's exciting. Thanks, Ketochow. Right? And Renee said, I'm pretty much ketovore. That's right. I think most people are nowadays, I mean, I guess the difference between keto and ketovore is just a little more protein heavy. Jerry said, I've never tried any Ketochow. The stuff's kind of expensive. I mean, even Ketochow will tell you the best thing is to always get whole foods, right? So Ketochow is just there. Like Dr. Berry said, you know, if you're like had surgery or something and you need a soft food, or it's there if you're just like so busy, like you're going to be on the road and you don't want to stop and don't know what you're getting, that's a great option. So, and I understand it might be a little pricey just depending on how you make it. But again, it's a meal replacement. So kind of look at it that way. But hey, here's a way that maybe you'll get to try it for free. Wouldn't that be awesome? And Lloyd's here. Hey, Lloyd, welcome back. Said, hi, peeps. How are you doing?
Howdy. We're doing good now that you're here.
Right? Keto Simple said, I did make it home safe. Time to bring in the stuff to the house. That's awesome.
Do it all in one trip. Man up.
And Karen's here. Hey, Karen and Norman said, hi, everyone. How are you doing?
We were just talking about you yesterday, wanting to know how y'all was doing. We need to send you a text again. We miss y'all.
I know. I think it's just time for another cruise. Let's see. Everybody talking back and forth. Y'all are so great. And Renee said, I eat cheese. It's keto and carnivore, right? Yeah, cheese would be considered carnivore. Jerry said, I have a sweet tooth. Love the sweets. Yeah, that's definitely been my challenge too. And honestly, once you've been doing keto a while, so I would say, you know, first get your feet wet and really get into keto. Be keto consistently. So, you know, don't really try at least the first 6 months to not go off plan. Really try to just hone in and be pure keto that whole time. And then during that first beginning, hey, have those keto treats to kind of adjust yourself. But then after that, just you know, start cutting back on the treats, and you'll find after a while of being keto, consistently keto, and really stick it to the plan. Because I can tell you, if you go off plan, which even my coach advises, it's okay to go off plan if you've been consistent for so long, have a 1 meal break. But I can tell you, it will bring the cravings back. Yes. So the longer you can avoid it, you'll notice the longer you're on keto, that sweet tooth will start kind of going away. Renee said, though some argue that cheese is not carnivore, I don't use processed cheese. For me, it's fine. I mean,
the way I was taught, if it has a face, it's carnivore.
Again, that's why we're not dogmatic here. Because, yeah, I've heard others get oh, carnivore, you can't have mustard, you can't have seasonings, only salt. And I'm like, no, that's the lion diet. But it's everybody wants their opinion. And again, it comes back to you. Yeah, if you have an issue with cheese or dairy, then you could cut it out. But if you don't have an issue with it, that does not mean you're no longer carnivore. You're still carnivore.
That's what I love too, though, is that everybody's all like you said, dogmatic. Like with the lion diet, the only reason why she's so strict with hers is because she has different dietary needs. She found out that certain foods mess with her, so she doesn't ingest them.
Right.
That's just her protocol.
Right.
It doesn't mean it has to be for everybody.
Exactly. And that's, again, too, even coming to carnivore. Carnivore doesn't have to be for everyone. If it works well for you, great. Experiment with it. I know throughout my journey of being keto for over 4 years, yeah, I have tried different things, because at one point I was like, oh, well, everybody's saying carnivore is great. And I think that was like 8 months into our keto journey. Yeah. Everybody was like gung-ho on carnivore. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try carnivore. It basically reversed all the progress I had made on keto.
Yes.
So for me,
It was
carnivore,
disaster.
carnivore does not work. Not only did it reverse all the progress I had made, but it also, I did not feel well on it. I had lots of gut issues when I was pure carnivore. And again, this is my story. You figure out for you. For some people, they really thrive on carnivore. But for me, it did not work. And again, I'm just finding
That's what
out.
led her to getting a coach, actually.
Yeah, that's what led me to getting a coach, because I did what they said. I tried it for a year and a half. Like, I'm not a quitter here, right? Went on it for a year and a half, and just it was depressing seeing the scale keep going up, seeing that I was having gut issues, like painful ones, where a few times like Heath had to help out and do stuff to help things. And where I felt like I might have to go to the emergency room because it's just not working. But I was like, I'm not going to quit because everybody says this is the healthiest way to go. And I got with my coach, and I've been working with her for almost 2 years now.
Because at first it was a little touch and go on that too, because she was like, "No, you need to eat more veg."
Yeah, and I was like pushing back. I was like, "No, everybody says you have to have 100 grams at least of protein a day. Everybody says that. Everybody says 100 grams." And she was like, "Okay, Shelly, I do traditional keto, and I really think like let's try." And so finally, after a few months of kind of going, I was like, "Okay, let's try it your way." And then we've been slowly, and then now I'm to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. Having moderate protein works really well. Having again the fermented foods and some veg really is working well for me. And that honestly, when I look back, because I tracked everything, when I look back to the carb manager when I first started keto, yeah, I was having yogurt almost every day, which is a fermented food. And I was also having vegetables like consistently.
Like we were old school, we do like a meat and 3 sides almost.
Right.
Or we're having a salad almost every meal.
But I was traditional keto, where it was the 80, what is it? 75, 25, right? 70% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs, working it out there. But anyways, that's what I did in the very beginning, and I had great results. So I felt kind of bad that I basically got away from. If I'd stuck on that path, I think I would be a lot further along than I am now, because I'm having to correct from being carnivore. So just all this to say is, sometimes when you hear stuff in the keto sphere and the carnivore sphere, look at where you're at right now. And if you're getting results, don't jump on the bandwagon because everybody's saying, oh, this is the way to go. Look at how you're doing right now, and that might not be the answer for you.
That's why you never see us doing challenges, because we're not doing that. Because what do you actually gain from that? Especially if you're only doing it like for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever. And the reason why I did the triple B&Es because I was trying to figure out what's going on with my arm.
Mm-hmm.
And I only did it not as a challenge, just as an elimination diet to see if I did have any issues. And I think that I'm really convinced that it was the diet sodas.
Mm-hmm. And Jerry said, heavy cream. Yeah, heavy cream's good too.
Yeah.
If you could tolerate it again.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Bear Lynette said, Heath, I think that was wise of you to get rid of that first job opportunity. That all kind of sounded weird anyways, right? Jackie said, walk into the store, then go to the drug test.
Huh.
Right? If only they were next door to each other.
Yeah,
Jerry said, I guess I just need
left,
a reset.
As soon as I left and went to the, because I was the next thing on my list today. I went to the HEB. As soon as I got there, first thing I had to do was go use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Because literally, I sat there for an hour today. And then I sat in my truck for another good 20 minutes talking to her before I went to the store. And I still didn't need to go. It was weird.
Yeah. And then he messaged me as soon as he said, well, I'm at the store. Guess what I need to do? I laughed. Jerry said, I guess I need to reset. I don't even know if you need to reset. Maybe just what my coach would say, and I think general is, if you're keto, if you're currently not tracking, track for a week and don't change how you're currently eating, right?
Just notate.
Just notate and track. Okay, this, like, even what she would advise, take a picture of your plate and then track it afterwards. So that way you're not like, oh, wow, I see how much carbs I'm getting or anything. No, take a picture, track it after, and do that for a week. And then you could go back and see, well, what's going on? Is it a case of carb creep? Is it a case of you're not getting enough fat? Because fat is very important. So what is it that's going on? And then you can look back and see with your food journal, oh, I see what it is. Maybe it's, these are all different maybes, but maybe you noticed, oh, I'm having 2 or 3 treats every single day. Oh, maybe that's, so you don't necessarily need a reset. And I know that's popular, but I was like, oh, you need a reset. It's just sometimes you have to take note, a step back and see what's actually going on right now. And then also realize that sometimes your body needs a rest. Like, especially if you've been losing a lot of weight, like he had a major stall for quite a while, a couple times, because especially when he was dropping so much weight so fast, then his body was like, okay, let's wait a second.
Pump the brakes
On losing weight. We gotta, let's focus on getting healthy, because that's your body's main goal, is to be healthy. And sometimes being healthy means the scale's gonna stop until your body's done healing some more, and then it'll start releasing some more of the weight. So it doesn't mean you're needing a reset or you're even doing anything wrong. It simply could be your body just needs to take a rest and focus more on internal healing. Sharon said, be careful with drinking too much water before a drug test. Just drink a normal amount of water. Oh, Patty said, don't drink too much as it'll skew the test. Drink a normal amount.
I did that.
Yeah, the normal.
I drank a can of water plus this tumbler.
I told him what he should do is just don't go first thing in the morning, get up and try to hold it till he can get there.
I did that today. I was sat around the house, made sure I did not go before I left too.
You didn't go when you woke up at 6:30 this morning?
Well, yeah, I went then, yeah. Well, I have to, or else it gets messy.
I think it's just a case of a shy bladder.
It used to not be though. That's what's weird.
Or just increase what you normally are drinking the day before. And especially like the night before and that morning. Carrie said, congratulations, Heath.
Thank you.
And Lisa said, acceptance letter? Yeah, that's another name for it. Karen said, we are having issues streaming. I'm going to have to jump up. Have a great weekend. Oh, sorry, Karen. Onboarding. Look, they're all guessing what it is. Acceptance, yes. Well, Patty said, too much water could dilute the test. Jerry said, just retire. Oh, if he had won the Mega Millions the other day, he could just be retiring.
I bought 3 more tickets today, so. But even that, somebody told me I can't even do that though.
No. Because that's it.
We still got bills.
Yeah. Renee said, for what they're looking for in a UA isn't affected by too much or little water. Oh, for a drug test?
Thank you.
Okay. Shauna said, they don't want you studying for that drug test.
Right?
Right? And Jerry said, they're frying chicken tonight? Yeah, we're frying wings. He's going to reintroduce wings for the first time, y'all. 22Q Cat said, well, that sounds good. And you have a job, Heath. It'll all work out. Yay.
All right.
I mean, so happy. Very, very happy about it.
Not me too.
And Patty said, Sharon's right. My husband tested regularly. Gluten test is a thing. They could also come back as inconclusive.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That is frustrating. Kathleen has a pet frog? Oh, does she? I don't. Well, earlier we were talking I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but my dog, I have a black lab mix, and she hops. She's like, especially when she's excited. Renee's probably seen it where she'll just hop up and down. So she don't like skip or anything. She just literally hops. It's so cute.
Usually around feeding time.
Yeah, when she's really, really happy, like, oh, I want my food, she hops. And then Rickwood said, congrats, Heath, on the job offer.
Thank you. What's
Sean?
really cool too is all of those other two, the first two we're talking about, they did them all with a Zoom video call as my interviews. The last one here I'm really wanting, it was just a phone interview like it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing companies are doing now too are doing group interviews, which is really, really weird.
Yeah.
I've done several of those.
Shauna said, probably can't taste the fungi, right? Renee said, either way, they'll be able to see suspicious results, but excess water won't fail him. Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. Thank y'all.
The only
Sharon-
time I've ever heard of anything. Hold on, let me finish this.
Sharon said, well, hers was the government, so maybe they're more picky.
All right.
Yeah, he's just going to a Quest Diagnostics.
Today was LabCorp.
Oh, LabCorp.
Yeah. Tomato. It's like probably like, what do you call it? I don't know, hold on. Chevy or Dodge, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that one company I told y'all where they did the swab, that's where I learned that if you ate poppy seed, that could skew the scale, the results. It
Yeah.
said it'll show up as opium in your bloodstream.
Yeah. But of course, this was 20 years ago.
Right. Should have more.
Oh. Well, here, just use this. Dustin said, I've been wanting to make my own for a long, long time. Well, here, now you can. Patty said, there's a difference between failing the test and not passing it. If it comes back diluted, inconclusive, it isn't a failure, but the job won't allow it unless it's an absolute pass.
Oh.
Huh, okay. Well, I don't even know how. I don't even remember if I even had to do a drug test for them. Maybe I did.
That's what I've been doing for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling you, that other company hadn't even requested one yet.
Well, I'm
They
thinking
might
they're
be
going to
doing
do it on
on-site.
the 9th or on the 8th, rather.
Yeah.
Shauna said, I think the fermentation stuff reminds me of my mom's weird hippie cookie days. I'm not sure I could do it, but you do yogurt all the time.
Yeah.
So I think you could. Renee said, if anything, it may after the pH if they see diluted urine and they have suspicions that you've taken in too much water that they're trying to cheat the test, they may request retest. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he has nothing to worry about. There's nothing. Just like the background check.
Right.
He's done those. And yeah, it's like, okay, I have nothing to worry about.
The only hurdle I've run into, honestly, with a couple of jobs, is I did a
What?
name change.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of skewed it. Well, actually, the last job I was working, it slowed everything down on my start date. Because I had to do a little more deep digging because of that.
Lynette said, what are y'all having for dinner tonight? I'm enjoying a grilled ribeye with Kerrygold butter. Ooh.
That sounds a lot better than chicken, actually.
Well, you want to tell her what we're having when I take a bite?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
we're just making chicken wings and sausage. Beef sausage.
Mm-mm-mm.
But I've been missing chicken, honestly.
Or chicken wings, really? Yeah. So says, Shelly tried to tell us she's secretly a vampire.
Huh.
But I eat garlic, Shauna. So therefore, I can't be a vampire. And you can take pictures of me.
Yeah, and I see her in the mirror.
Well, that's just the illusion. No. And everybody's saying, balls, balls.
Oh.
Renee said, Shelly is secretly a lot of things. Renee, don't let people know that. You want it?
Yeah, but my hands are all jacked up.
I'll help you.
Thank you.
Oh, Lisa said the butter mayo video needs a fun kick. So maybe a 5-spice kick. Is that what you're saying?
That's good.
Oh, you don't want it on the rest?
Well, I can't pick them up then.
Oh,
Go ahead. I got the thing toothpick. Well, I figured what we could do is just show it how it is normal and then show the kicker.
maybe it'll have a sriracha kicker. Ooh.
Or you lose.
Ooh. Karen said it was a little chilly here in Utah, 6,500 feet last night. Today the weather was perfect.
Speaking of people lose,
lucky
y'all all know that we're affiliates for the HotLine pepper products.
Yeah.
That hot sauce. Go look at my what do you call it? The show notes on that. We have a new code that gives you a better discount. Or it gives us a better deal for us. So
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You wait. You're better.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You always explain it better.
So basically now if you order a HotLine with the new code, you get 5% off as a discount, but then he gives us as an affiliate 10% of the sale. So I'm sorry that, and we didn't even ask him. He just came out and he
by
said,
the way, he sent me a message. He goes, hey,
Yeah.
by the way.
he's like, I've revamped the affiliate system. He's like, here's how it is now. Anybody who uses your link will save 5%, but you will get 10%. So, I mean, I'm sorry you're not getting more, but then at the same token, I mean, that if you're looking at ways to kind of get yourself something and support the channel, and plus HotLines, they have awesome line of hot sauces. That's just a way to, kind of give back towards us. So thank y'all.
All other products, except for one flavor, is all keto friendly, no sugar.
Yeah, the pineapple one is the
Pineapple has
one.
actual sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
So just beware of that one. I want to try it, but I don't.
Yeah.
But everything else he makes is just amazing.
Yeah, especially the garlicky gringo. It's a perfect mild. Even Shauna, who is spice averse, she loves the garlicky gringo. Brenda said, I'm the opposite. I'm always looking for more light. Might be because of my age. I can't see. Well, the Heath is like that too, though. Well, when you're trying to look for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll get up, if I have to get up, like, in the middle of the night or something, and I need to use the restroom, I don't turn anything on. Not my phone, nothing. I just walk in the dark. Whereas he gets up, and he has to turn his phone on so he can turn the flashlight on so he can get around.
No, I don't even use a flashlight. I just use the light from the phone.
I just know it's freaking bright. Because it always seems like I'm there, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, who turned the huge light on?
But then also it helps, even before we going all trying to do all this, getting the house dark and stuff, the window right behind us, where we're sitting on the couch, we put blackout curtains because we like it extremely dark when we're watching TV. Mm-hmm. And then we just do one little small light in the background.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Keto Simple said, Costco butter for the win.
Yeah.
That's right. You can get the Costco butter pretty cheap. We got to re-up our Costco membership, so we're hoping maybe after Heath's first or second paycheck we could do that.
And it's probably not that big a deal, but I'm really hoping that our paychecks come in on opposite weeks. Because previously we got paid on the same Friday, which is nice because then we get 2 checks. But it'd just be nice because they were bi-weekly. So it'd be nice if we got them to what do you call that? Not piggyback. Leapfrog each other. So then we just got paid every Friday then instead of every other.
Shauna said, I might try that bacon mayo. I found 4 pounds of pork belly. Woohoo! Yeah, try it. It just has a bacon flavor.
Yeah.
Now you could like double filter your bacon grease to kind of cut back on some of that.
Oh, speaking of filter, I don't know why I made me remind me just now. I was flipping through something. I guess it was Facebook Reels or whatever. You know that little mini colander we have with the handle on it? A lady was taking it, with the strainer,
Uh-huh.
She was taking frozen butter, taking that colander and rubbing it back and forth to shred the butter with it.
Oh, a colander, or are you talking a grater?
No, not a grater, a strainer.
He means a grater.
Well, okay, we're going to rename this piece a grater.
Okay.
This guy.
Oh.
That's a grater now, y'all.
Oh, okay. Well, when you said handle, I thought you meant, remember the grater that has the handle at the top?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, and she was using that to make butter.
Not baked butter. She took a
To
stick.
shred butter.
She was using a stick of frozen butter. Just kept running this back and forth on it to shred it.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's pretty brilliant.
Sharon said she loves the Costco grass-fed butter.
Mm-hmm.
Karen said she hasn't gotten kicked off yet. Yay! I hope you're still here. Shauna said the ferment talk kind of puts a funny taste in my mouth. Oh, goodness. Uncle Big Guy, hey, said, howdy, y'all. Low light. I like the old song. I'm going to hire a wino to decorate my home.
Right?
I don't even know that song.
I'll play it for you later.
Oh,
I don't know which one
goodness.
you're talking about.
Oh, wow. Jason's been a member for 3 months now.
All right. That's awesome.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you so much. Sharon said total teamwork with that funnel, right?
Was it?
When we remember I was pouring and you used the funnel.
Oh, yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right? That's what happens when you're getting close to 10-year anniversary.
Right.
Finally learn to work together. Terry said the sriracha looks so good. Thank
really
you. Yeah, it's really good, y'all. Rickwin said, hit that like button, folks, and share the love. Thank you, Rickwin. Thank you. Defense Wiz. Hey, Paul
brother.
said, hi, folks. Happy Friday.
How you been, man? We ain't talked to you in forever.
Oh, yeah. How you doing, Paul? That's awesome. And, oh, you're welcome, Carrie. And Tweety Q Cat said, maybe a dumb question. Never. But what are all of these gut issues? How do you know if you have them? Assuming I don't, if I don't even know what they are, I just hear people talk about them. So
she's had them her whole life. So
yeah, I've had gut issues. So like before I had ulcerative colitis. I've heard other people might have Crohn's, or some people say SIBO. It also could be like if you just don't have, and this is going to be kind of graphic, I know we're eating, regular bowel movements, or if your consistency isn't optimum. And you can Google what should my poop look like, and it'll show you. And it'll show you if your poop looks like this, or this, then yeah, there's something going on, right? So that's another one. Or if you have, like I will have chronic times when it just hurts, or it's like or it's very slow, or it's very painful. Like, I mean, that's hurts, but very painful. And then other ones that Dr. Davis, you can look for him, but basically what he was saying, like a lot of the gut issues that people have are, he said this is linked to almost everything, like all up to depression and mental health, that getting healthy bacteria is going to help even if you have depression and health. And he said, like what he's researched as far as the gut health and getting in specifically, one of them is, I'm going to mess these up, but it's like Bifidus infestalis bacteria, which is common in a lot of yogurts and fermented foods and kefir and everything. That does certain things that basically, if you were not baby fed from your mother, you're probably missing that bacteria. So you got to get it from these certain foods to replenish it. And he said, actually, a lot of people, I forget the percentage he threw out there, but a lot of people are actually lacking that bacteria. And so that can lead to all kinds, like feeling sluggish, feeling just kind of out of energy early, not having stamina. Or if you report, he said anytime somebody tells him, oh, I can't have dairy, or, oh, I can't have chicken, or I can't have, mustard, or I can't, anytime I eat that, it upsets my stomach or whatever. He's like, yeah, that's because you are missing the good bacteria. that would actually be helping to process those foods.
Do you think that's what it was? Like that one barbecue joint around the corner from us, every time you ate there, you get sick.
Yeah, it could be. So
or that one place your mom always wanted to go get the fried chicken from, or the oils.
That's probably the oils.
Right.
But he's like, those certain things.
Yeah, because there were several restaurants where you'll eat at, she'd get sick every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Like really, really bad sick.
Right. And so having that, so this is just Dr. Davis. This ain't from me. This is what he's saying. That bacteria plus the other one is called L. reuteri, which some of you might have heard of, the L. reuteri yogurt. That's what he came up with, was this L. reuteri yogurt. It's technically not yogurt by yogurt manufacturer status. It's a fermented food, right? But you're using L. reuteri, kind of like on kefir, you use kefir grains. Well, on the L. reuteri, you're using those grains and you populate this certain bacteria. And so, yeah, he will say, if anybody tells him, oh, I can't have cruciferous vegetables, or I can't do this, or it inflames me, he's like, yeah, because you're missing those good bacteria. And so he says, now he knows of these two, and he wrote a book called Super Guts. So if you want to get way into the weeds, but you can go listen. There's like 100 YouTube videos that he's been on. Like Dr. Mindy Pels, she interviewed him, I think, about 8 months ago. Ben Azadi has interviewed him. So he's been on a lot of people's stuff. But basically, that's what he was saying is, if you're having anything where you're like, oh, I can't have that, it's probably because you're missing the bacteria. And then, so I was researching more because, of course, he's like, oh, you got to make my yogurt, which I'm sure that has an optimum amount. But
I like that, though.
Also, the L. reuteri is present. It's a more dairy-focused one. So it is actually, they say in most kefirs, especially if you home make kefir, you're probably getting L. reuteri. And it's common in cheddar, Gruyere, and Parmigiano Reggiano. Parmigiano Reggiano. Those also, especially if you can find the raw varieties, those have the L. reuteri in it. So like with me, and I think kimchi might have some as well. So yeah, having my kimchi basically I eat most of the time 2 meals a day, and I always have my kefir and these other things. I feel like my gut is finally getting all of those healthy bacterias. And another thing somebody was saying too, you want my other wing?
No, I'm full.
Okay. The other thing they were saying is, okay, so bacteria. So like some people, they'll look at kefir or even yogurt. They're like, wow, look at the carbs. I can't have that. Now I'm not mentioning the yogurts that are obviously like honey banana flavored yogurt. I'm talking if you look for a plain yogurt that's not sweetened and you're like, oh my gosh, the carb count, or like one of the kefirs I got said 15 grams of carb a serving. And some people would be like, oh, I can't do that on keto. I got to stay below. Here's the thing on commercial products. And once the more I've delved into fermentation, the more this is making sense. But on fermented foods, what it is these bacteria, they're living organisms. They have to eat just like we eat, right? That's how we're alive. We eat. Oh, wow. And the bacteria have to eat. Well, what they eat on are sugars. So the carbs. So on kefir and on yogurt, when you're seeing that, that's because the manufacturer, the USDA, requires them to put the carb count of the milk that's being used. But the longer you ferment stuff, the lower the carb count, because that means all those bacteria in there, like in the kefir and stuff, they're eating all of those carbs. They're eating that sugar, right? So it's not that high. So that's why I'm not like, oh my gosh, I got to figure out the carbs in kimchi and in the sauerkraut and all this stuff I'm eating. Like, no, I am legit not worried about it. Because again, like I did a bell pepper one. And bell peppers, I know, especially if you get the red, yellow, are going to be a little higher carb count. But I fermented it for a week, y'all. You ferment it until it kind of has that acidic tanginess, and there's not going to be that in there. And they even said, like with kombucha and stuff, some people are like, oh my gosh, can't have kombucha. Look at the carb count. And it's made with sugar. Well, yeah, it's made with sugar because the bacteria need to eat. What else are they going to eat? If you don't put sugar, then the bacteria are going to starve. And you just let it go further. And the same thing with kefir and with yogurt. Just let it keep fermenting and you're fine. So I'm listening to all that, right? And they said, so your body's introducing like this good bacteria to your gut, but you have to keep feeding that bacteria in your gut. So that's why it's important to still. And again, this is somebody's opinion. That's not keto or anything. This is a fermenting world opinion. But what they were saying, they were getting all into the science. They said, you still need to eat some carbs like vegetables. They're not saying go eat a donut. Nobody is saying that. They're saying eat your carbs like your Brussels sprouts, your cauliflower, the low carb veggies that we already eat. You still need to eat those so that you are still feeding those happy bacteria in your gut so that they stay happy and they keep multiplying and killing off the bad bacteria, because that's what good bacteria do is they go, hey, I like this new home. Oh, I don't like this neighbor of mine, so I'm going to get rid of him. But you have to keep them happy. And so you keep doing that by feeding them the stuff that's going to keep them happy and wanting to stay. That's what I've learned so far. So
no, what I was going to say, I really liked what you said just a minute ago, that he said, come try my recipe. He didn't say, come buy my product.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool too.
Right. Well, he does try to say, come, go buy my book and I've got recipes and other stuff in there.
Though, but
yeah. But yeah.
That's not really a product, I don't feel like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because like he says, and other people, you could go get the L-Reuteri grains from anybody. You get them off Amazon. Yeah. So yeah, it's not going to, it's not him only selling it.
Right.
Sharon said, one more shift tonight, then the weekend. Yay! And then everybody talking back and forth.
That's awesome.
Renee said, good bacteria levels to avoid certain types of gastric ulcers and overall immunity. Yeah, that too. Your immunity, ulcers. Like there's basically what I'm learning on the gut biome is it plays into everything health-wise. And again, for me, I am finding out that, not only is it helping me feel better, but like he was saying, for example, he said a lot of women notice when they have finally started reintroducing L-Reuteri and eating that their skin starts looking younger and that it's plusher and it's softer and everything. And I was like, I've always felt like my skin's pretty good anyways, but I was like, oh, okay.
It's going to be even better.
Right. And so I do feel like that's been happening. And then, and he said also it helps increase oxytocin. Mm. So that's why he says, again, if you have depression and different things, then you probably need to introduce more L-Reuteri and other good bacteria. But he was saying, it increases oxytocin, he said, which is basically the love hormone, the love thing. And he said, so a lot of people suddenly, if we have a disagreement, you're not angry. You'll be like, okay, let me see it more from your point of view, which I think is awesome. We all need that. We all need to be okay, we're all different people. We all have different opinions. Whatever your opinion is doesn't mean that makes you wrong and you're horrible because you think differently than me. And he says, when you have that L-Reuteri and the good bacteria, you actually start understanding people that have different opinions and you still accept them and you're better to communicate and socialize. He said it actually makes you want to be social with other people because that oxytocin level, you just feel better and you feel happier. And you want to spread that happiness to everybody else. So I thought that was good. And then of course, he's like, and oxytocin, if you're in a relationship, it makes you more lovey-dovey, more after hours fun. Shauna said, I work roughly 160 hours a pay period over 2 weeks, but because it's split between 2 companies, no OT for me. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it is.
Joy TQ Cat said, thanks, all. Good answers about gut issues. Try it to stay healthy.
Right.
I mean, aren't we all? I mean, and again, this is something I just found, and I'm going to tell you, when I'm learning a lot about this, especially the fermentation world, most of those people aren't keto, but I can tell you this, most all of them only eat whole foods. So that's why I'm like, I can't say that, oh, okay, this person, they're not keto, therefore they're not healthy. If they're only eating whole foods that they're growing at their homestead, then they're probably still pretty freaking healthy.
Well, it's like Dr. Barry always said, you want to eat an ancestrally appropriate diet. Well, we used to grow our foods all the time. So that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So they're already eating the proper human diet.
Mm-hmm. Even, I don't know if anybody knows Mary's Nest. Probably. She's got like almost 1 million subs. She's amazing, y'all. Go give her a sub anyways, because she's amazing. She's the sweetest heart of gold, and she's just, her voice and everything, it's just so calming, and I just love her, right? She's just so adorable. And she was saying her mother is 97 years old.
I think Sam's gonna go out.
And doing really well. And she said, because Mary's Nest puts out a lot of fermenting videos and other things, but she was like, her mother always said, happy gut, happy life. And she goes, so there must be something to that, because she's 97 and doing really well. And I'm like, yeah, that probably is. And I think we are, the science is coming out to back it. And somebody else today was saying that I listened
Delilah.
I listened to somebody, and he was like,
Here he comes.
people are like, oh yeah, so our ancestors, they knew what needed to be done. He was like, well, they knew from trial and error. Like, there was a lot of people who had to try stuff, and they were like, oh, they got sick, don't do that again. And he said, we're just now getting to science to kind of back up
what we already know.
I think he called it passive knowledge. We already have this passive knowledge. And sometimes, like fermented foods, before refrigeration, it was common that everybody did fermented and ate fermented foods. And then when we got refrigerators, people kind of started getting away from that. And then guess what? Started having issues. And because people forgot that passive knowledge, and now the science is coming out saying, oh yeah, we should be doing that. Like, there's a reason why we did that. Renee said, oh goody, now he's popping the wrist and the neck. No, he's been popping both for a while, Renee. 22Q Cat said, BBB and E for the win for Heath. I'm so glad you did that and you didn't die. Right?
Right.
Remember when he was crying about his cheese?
I'm just a baby.
Yep.
If I'm not complaining, there is a problem.
Paul said, I need to get some chicken wings at the store at some point this weekend. Been ages since I've had them. Brightside. Is that Mr. Brightside? I did pick up a pork belly slab today.
Nice.
Ooh, yum. Sharon said, my last trip to Costco, they didn't have any Teton sausages. Oh.
Wow. Well, they're kind of weird anyways, because like we have 3 or 4 right in our general area here, and not all 3 or 4 of them carry the same things.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Well, yeah, you're out too, huh?
Yeah. 20TQ Cat said, let the facial expressions begin, Shelly.
Aw.
Right. It's a good thing I'm not on camera most of the time at work. Paul said, we'll see if I break into it this weekend, Renee. Still have a few pork chops to finish off in the freezer.
Oh, nice.
I'm the dude that finishes one meat group before I start another.
I need variety.
Oh.
I'm really full.
Purple Love and Nana wanted to know the safest thing to get at Buffalo Wild Wings. She's going to a meetup tomorrow. just check and see if they still fry it in the tallow. If they do, we always get ours dry
Yes.
or naked.
Yeah.
And then if you want, the dry seasonings are going to be your best bet, the cleanest. So most of the dry seasonings, you could actually go on their website and look up each one. But most of the dry seasonings are going to be the best. And then if you want a sauce, just understand most of the sauces do have, I think, maltodextrin in it.
Yeah.
And
Some of them more than others.
And I think also they might make it with some funky oil. So if we get that, we get it on the side. So therefore, I kind of limit it to how much I'm having of it.
And usually just the regular hot sauce, for the hot wings, that's usually the cleanest.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just get the different level of whatever heat we want.
Mm-hmm.
And then another pro trick I like to do on there too, though, because they sell burgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I should have had some tonight. I didn't even think about it. Oh, because I can't, because I'm still limiting my eyes. I generally ask them for a side of the sliced pickles that they put on the burger, and that's a very good accompaniment to the wings, I feel like. Because, most of the time they want to give you the
celery
and carrots. Well, we don't want the carrots, and I'm just not a fan of the celery either. So I never always tell them no on that, but then I ask them to bring me some, like a little cup of the pickles.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a perfect addition or a side dish to my wings.
Rosie's here. Hey Rosie,
howdy,
welcome. Renee said, "Oh, I'm totally the same, Paul. I could totally fall victim to wanting to eat so many things and then not being able to eat it all fast enough, right?"
Right.
And Sharon says she asked for the the sauce on the side, right? That's the best way of doing that, in my opinion.
What we usually do also on that is we'll get multiple little packets of the sauce, and we'll end up having extra. And I'll bring them home and use them the next couple of days. It's like when I eat my eggs, I just put them on my egg.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
I always get to go.
So I just said, okay, I'm really glad I have wings in my freezer. Laugh out loud, right?
So we just put all these ideas in people's head.
Right?
That's awesome.
Okay. You want this plate on that?
Unless you're going to give it to them.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Woo.
Yeah.
Woo. That was good, y'all. Renee said, I had to attend a work lunch. My safest option was naked wings, and I came prepared with a mini shaker of Texas 5 Spice.
Oh, nice.
Which everyone else decided they wanted to try. Well, yeah, it's better than anything there.
Thank you.
Right?
Oh, you know what?
That's awesome. Shauna said wings are like the bacon of pork, right? Carrie said you can make the pina colada into ice cream. That's right, you could.
Oh, that's true.
Paul said, I still call myself carnito because I like to be different. Plus meat before veg.
Yes.
Right? And then additionally, it's my superhero name, Carnito.
Right. Nice. You just got to get the special cape, right?
Right? Renee said, Shelly, you and I kind of had the same effects for prior cauliflower experience. Does fermenting make it sit better? Yeah, but I think also, for a while, whenever I was eating any cruciferous vegetables, like I was inflamed immediately, I would gain 5 pounds overnight.
Similar with the Brussels, right?
Right. Yeah, any cruciferous. Yeah. But since I've been eating or drinking the kefir and eating the fermented foods, that no longer happens. And now the fermented cauliflower, so I don't know if it's just because it's fermented cauliflower, because I can eat regular Brussels and everything, and it no longer does that to me anymore. Sharon said, since I've been tracking and staying to the 70-25 5 macros. I'm doing so much better. I think before I was actually eating too much protein and not enough fat.
Oh,
Tracking
nice.
has been an eye opener. I know. That's what I tell people before you make any drastic change, try tracking so you kind of know. And look how helpful it's been for you. Right. That's awesome, Sharon. I'm so happy for you. Keto Simple said, I'm making 4.5 pounds of salmon and 4 pounds of New York strips for tonight and for Chandra's lunches this weekend at work.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
That's a good husband.
Yeah, Heath has been missing, and me too, salmon, like tremendously.
So I'm going to give him a little heads up.
Oh.
September.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we're going to do another, we're not doing any challenge. We're just going to be a little expose, kind of like. Next month, every Friday night feast during September, we're calling it Seafood September. We're going to have a seafood of some sort as the main entree.
Yes.
That's the plan.
That's how he's going to reintroduce seafood in September.
Because I was thinking about doing it every meal, but it's like, well, there's only so many seafood, so many fish, and plus it's a little expensive too.
Yeah, and
we'll do a special, like I said, every Friday night. We'll do a seafood.
And I love seafood, but I can't do it 7 days a week.
Right.
Carrie said, this October, I will be 3 years carnivore. For me, taking out the veggies has helped me with a lot of stuff. I also made lots of meat cookies. The Cookie Monster told me these cookies look strange. Well, see? And that's how you figure out what worked for you. Yeah. That's awesome. Renee said, ultimately, I'm Reneeovore. Right. After years of being low carb, keto, carnivore, all the things, I just want to do what works best for me. Right, exactly.
That's why I just shortened it up to say you're eating the proper human diet. Or say, like for her, the proper Renee diet. Right?
Right. Oh, they're saying it was falling in.
Oh.
Kind of put it.
I thought I was loud enough without it.
There you go. Well, it was. They were saying it just sounded muffled.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Dustin said Chandra takes steak for her lunches. She works 12+ hour shifts every Saturday and Sunday as an RN.
Oh, wow.
Well, steak's definitely going to get her through the day, right?
That's awesome, though.
Shauna said, isn't everything somewhat processed anyways? I know
yes,
the word processed.
Now you're just being semantics.
it kind of is, but just like the word diet, right?
Yes.
Some people are like, oh, you're on a diet. And it's like, well, that's what eating is. This is a diet. That's what it means. It doesn't mean a short-term weight loss thing. So it's the kind of the same thing. Yeah, everything gets processed, but what they kind of mean is like kind of going back to a one ingredient food, or where you're not having all different kinds of additives and things to make it shelf stable, all that kind of stuff. Where it's not in a box or package.
Like a one ingredient food. That's why I'm not having the keto bricks yet, or the Ketochow, or even getting my Dutch Bro drinks, because there's so many ingredients in it. I need to narrow things down to find out what's going on with me, what's actually affecting me.
Right. And to be slow on it. Because I told him, I was like, well, like this month, he's really narrowing it to just whole foods that he's reintroducing. Yeah, I know. I can't speak. But that's what he's focusing on this month, so that he's then not putting in something that has multiple ingredients in it. He's like, no, I want to actually try, these things that I missed, like jalapenos and mushrooms and wings.
And then typically what we're supposed to do in the reintroduction is wait 2 or 3 days and then try something new. But that's not lining out correctly it doesn't land correctly doing the Friday night feast. So there are going to be a couple of days when I'm going to wait 2 days, and another day, next time it's going to be 3 days, just to get everything lined out correctly. But I'm happy with that. And then tomorrow's going to be a little curveball too, because we have to go do something tomorrow that's going to require me eating some seafood. And I'm technically supposed to wait 2 or 3 days after eating this chicken, but tomorrow it is what it is. And I'm missing seafood, so this is going to be perfect.
Right.
I'm not complaining about this at all. I'm not dreading it at all.
Yeah.
I'm still going to order a steak with it, though. So I'm still eating on plan. And what everything I've been reading and hearing and everything is that going back on it, Dr. Berry said he wished he would have included seafood on the triple B&E.
Yeah.
So I'm still within his range.
Right.
So I'm not worried about it at all.
No.
So just when you see my report coming out Sunday, you're like, what is he doing with this seafood stuff? What? I thought he was triple B&E. That's why.
Yeah. And it is just one meal.
Yeah.
I'm going to try one thing and one meal.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then he'll try again something actually on Monday night. So, yeah.
Or Tuesday.
Or Tuesday. I can't remember. Anyways.
I have a list. I'm running down. I even put check marks as I'm doing it. I'm trying to be very, very scientific.
Carrie said some cheese are high fat and can be used for carnivore. Well, and again, what I've heard that I call them the veteran carnivores, people who have done it over 10 years, not somebody who's 6 months or a year or two. But anyways, they say, no, cheese comes from an animal, therefore it's carnivore.
The only caveat to that is they said honey is not. It's just bee vomit.
Right. But no, when they were saying,
I know.
They say, like Dana Spencer and all says, no, any cheese is fine.
Yeah.
Other than, of course, like American cheese, which isn't actual cheese, but real cheese.
Yeah, or Velveeta.
Right.
Or another thing, too, a lot of them a lot of folks anyways, especially the newbies, get really hung up on eating just like predominantly beef. But you said there's that one guy you follow, he eats mostly like pork ribs. It's like his big thing, and he sauces them. Yeah,
Charles Washington, which again, he's been carnivore for well over a decade, and he eats majority pork ribs, and he's also a marathon runner and everything, and he gets it where they're sauced, because wherever he lives, I forget where he is, traditional, when you order wings, they're going to be sauced, and he's like, huh? Ribs, I'm sorry. When he orders ribs, they come sauced, and he's like, the sauce doesn't bother me. Because again, a lot of the veteran carnivores didn't start off keto. A lot of them just came to carnivore, and that's why they're like, no, it's that. Yeah, if you're just starting carnivore and you have a lot of health issues, maybe you do need to be more strict. But they're like, after like they've been doing it so long, no, like the sugars or whatever is in the sauce, he said he's never had problems with it. So again, you just have to see what helps you.
Right.
And again, that's why we're never dogmatic, because I think everybody has to figure out on their health journey what works best for them overall. And I don't think there's any one right way or that there's a wrong way. I think you just have to figure out, like Renee said, there's the Renee way, and she just has to figure out what works best for her.
Well, because I figured that out years ago too, even not even involving the diet though. For every situation, there's a right way, a wrong way, and there's Heath's way. I'm applying that to this too.
Defensewith said, I love to rile the troops in carnivore groups and just say one thing and watch them all go off. It's fun to incite the riots sometimes, then just sit back and watch.
Wow,
Paul. And then that's kind of
sad.
But see, to me, that's kind of sad, because my view, at least, when it comes to keto, carnivore, like this keto sphere and everything it accompanies, the proper human diet and all it accompanies, we should be supporting each other and not attacking each other. Again, that's like part of the reason I want to do the collab, is I feel like we're kind of getting disconnected. That's what I'm seeing. Maybe y'all see it differently being a viewer, but what I have seen is there's this disconnect where some people are like, no, this is the way you do it. No, this is the way. Oh, you shouldn't do this. Well, you can't have that. Well, you shouldn't do this. And they're all this infighting, where I feel like, no, it should be, and maybe they're just missing El Ruderai, but maybe I think it should be, oh, okay, you're having cheese? Well, great for you. I mean, I can't have cheese at this point in my journey, but I'm glad you can have cheese. Or, people saying, well, you can't, oh, you shouldn't be having, that many carbs, or, oh my gosh, you're eating that. Did you know how much carbs you're getting? You got to track that stuff. And it's like, stick to your lane, do what you're doing, and support the other person. Just tell them, hey, if that's working for you, great. Don't start, getting mad over, oh my gosh, they used mustard, or what was it? Somebody else said that in a carnivore group, or somebody commented when she was like, "Oh, I'm carnivore," and they were like, "You can't use Tony's seasonings if you're carnivore." And it's like, really? Yeah, she can. Maybe you can't, but she can. And don't attack somebody because they're doing something that you can't do. Like, it's okay. Keto Simple said, it's a constant struggle to not be all wonky to people about their ways of eating and not being so dogmatic. Right. I mean,
well, it's
again,
like me. I'm a Toyota fan. I'm not going to get on to you because you like Chevy or you like Ford or whatever. I mean, do what you do. You
right. And it's also trying to see how to phrase this. I feel like sometimes people just want to be dogmatic and think their way is the only way of doing something. And it's just, that isn't how it works.
right.
And everybody is going to do it. And there's no reason to tell them, like, yeah, there are wonky ingredients. And my coach will even say, because we kind of had this discussion one time, she was like, she doesn't have a problem with seed oils. And she said, hey, people get results. And even, I think it was Dr. Westman said, out of all the patients he's treated, he said they still got results, even though they had seed oils, as far as results, as far as weight loss. And that's what my coach said is, well, those don't really prevent you from weight loss. Now, the health aspect is totally different. And again, that's why we approach it with a health goal.
Yeah.
Like JJ Virgin said, health first, and then the weight loss comes with it. That's our vision. Is we do, whenever we cook food or eat food, prepare food, whatever we do in our daily lives, exercise and everything, the main goal is, how does this add to my health?
Okay. Maybe that's where we have to throw a little caveat then. And we are kind of dogmatic about that. Because if we're going to go to a restaurant, we will look it up and see what kind of stuff they have.
Right.
And see what the ingredients they're using. See if the oils and everything and the sugars and stuff.
Well, right.
But that's for our own health, and not
Right.
for everybody else's.
Right. Yeah. Like, we would never
So
tell
we're dogmatic
you.
that way towards ourselves.
Right. I just think you should be informed. Like, Texas Roadhouse uses seed oils
In everything.
right, except for their dry salad. But
Yeah.
but again, like my coach said, and I know Dr. Westman said, yeah, they have had patients that still lost weight eating seed oils. So if your only goal is weight loss, then you probably don't have to care about the seed oils and whatever dressing you're eating.
Right.
If that's your goal, is weight loss. And I guess this is where we are dogmatic, because I keep saying we shouldn't focus on weight loss. We should focus on health, because who cares if you're skinny and you're on your deathbed because, you still had health issues, even though you were skinny, because skinny fat is a thing. Where's that going to get you, right? Whereas if you actually focus on health goal, well, you might still, like us, Heath is still overweight, right? But his blood work all came back perfect. Because again, we kept pushing health first. So for us, yeah, we're going to avoid stuff like seed oils, because it is known that they could cause inflammation. So we don't want something that's going to inflame us.
But again, that's our personal choice for
Right.
our health.
And I'm not going to judge you if
Yeah.
you're eating, that every day, and you have to buy processed food for everything you eat. If that's what you're doing, that's fine. Not everybody's even keto. Like I have lots of friends that are not keto, not anywhere close to it. I'm not going to judge them and be like, oh, well, no wonder you feel sick. I'm just like, okay. You have to decide when you want to do it and how you want to live your life. And
Right.
if that's what you're choosing to do, I'm not going to go around telling people what they need to do in life.
No, she has enough. She has a full-time job telling me what to do.
Paul said, I had one garlic clove and watched the entire melee happen. Yeah, and that's crazy, because I really think that garlic is very healthy for us. And I think a lot of herbs, because I'm telling y'all, my YouTube feed, so all the fermenting stuff, now I'm also getting all the herbalist on my YouTube. So I've been
somehow it's blended over to mine too.
And so now I'm watching all these herbalist channels and they're talking about all the great effects of herbs. And if you think back throughout history, we did use herbs before we had pharmaceuticals. People healed with herbs. And I was like, yeah, so I think there are health benefits to herbs and to spices and things like garlic. And ginger. I think ginger is an amazing one to have. Renee said, I'm a quitter. I quit the crap, right? Paul said, not so much with keto, Joe, because it's not as dogmatic in most groups. Within the last few years, people have relaxed a bit and become more accepting of all the live styles of keto. Yeah, they are a little bit more. Brenda said, carnivore doesn't work for me either. It is not a progression or better than keto, just another option. Exactly, Brenda. But I feel like for a while, people post it. Yeah, people post it. And I still hear it now from other channels where it's like, oh, if you want to be healthy, you have to do carnivore. And it's like, and to me too, I feel like if somebody is currently on SAD and they're trying to get healthy, I think sometimes that, in case the person's really up for it, I think that could be too drastic.
Yeah.
Like, I really think that, and even Dr. Pells has said that she had a patient who was 500 pounds and he was like, look, what do I do, doctor? And so she, asked him honest question. He said, yeah, I'm addicted to sodas. So she was like, I knew if I told him, oh, you got to cut out sodas, that he would never last. She goes, because you have to build stuff that is sustainable for the person. So she built for him. She was like, okay, look, how many sodas do you drink a day? He's like, oh, 10 to 12. And she goes, well, how about this? Keep your sodas for right now, but I want you to cut out all other sugars. He's like, okay, I could do that. And then after he'd done that for a month, and already just from doing that option, she said he'd lost like 20 pounds that first month just from doing that. He was still drinking sodas. And then she said, okay, now I want you to kind of cut back to like maybe 8 to 10 sodas a day. And then did that for a month. And then she just slowly weaned him off. But she said, I knew in the long run that this would be more sustainable for him than to just be like, oh, you got to cut it all right now. She goes, because then he would have just gave up after a couple months because it would have been too much.
Isn't that basically how I got into sodas?
Yeah, basically. And
I just transitioned over to stevia, but I was still drinking the same amount and I worked those down too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it's, I feel like most of us that have been overweight, and especially if you've been overweight most of your life, and if you are severely obese, it's a food addiction. And so you have to find a way to, because feel like most people who have a food addiction, just to say, okay, you got to cut everything out cold turkey, they might be able to do it for a while, but then they're going to have an issue, right? They're going to fall off. And then what happens, a lot of people, because we have that mentality, it's success or failure. And they'll be like, well, I failed at another one. Instead of being like, okay, let's look at the food addiction. And again, this is why I don't focus on weight loss, because you've got to focus on the health. And that includes mental health of what got you to where you're at. And if you identify, yeah, it's a food addiction. Okay, what are your food addictions? What's causing the food addiction? Is it an emotional response? Is it a physical response? And then you identify that, and then you work on that and understanding perfection. I'm trying to think how my coach says it. Like perfection is a goal that doesn't have to be achieved, something like that. But basically understand that, hey, you're not a perfect being and you're not going to be perfect in this way of life. So give yourself grace. If you do have, oh, I went off and had this and you just started, just, okay, so what? Move on. Shauna said, laugh out loud. I had a great convo with the vegan roommate. You should have seen her face when I mentioned chickens are carnivore, and I have friends who feed their chickens chicken. Right? I bet she did.
Doesn't every animal eat animals? Pretty much.
Well, no, there are some vegetarian animals, the
Okay.
real big ones,
Oh,
like
that's true.
elephants.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant, though. Yeah. So you're
And
right.
she said, and when I said my BFF in Wyoming got 3 free baby turkeys from the manager at the feed store, and she named them Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, Easter dinner.
Ouch.
That's awesome. And then Renee said, preach Shelly, hashtag anti-bandwagon. Oh, I like that, anti-bandwagon. Renee said, I used to have a pet duck named CD for Christmas dinner. Oh, the looks people gave. We would have never eaten him, but it was hilarious, right? Laura said, Heath, can you drink Zevias without them hurting you?
I don't know yet. I haven't tried them. A couple of people have told me to hold back on it and see. Because really, with the reintroduction, you really want to do one thing at a time. So that's a little bit further. That's probably going to be September before I reintroduce those.
Mm-hmm. Renee said, he hasn't tried those post-BB yet, but he will try them again and see. Oh, thanks, Renee. Shauna said, well, don't know about when you first go into the store, but if you feel a sudden urge to pee right when you get home, you might have latchkey incontinence. Wow. Kathleen said, haha, pet house rabbit, not a frog. Oh, that's cute.
When we're out doing other stuff, it doesn't hit me. But it's something about going and coming back from the grocery store for some reason.
Defensewood said, whoa, I was late to the job news. Congrats, Heath.
Thank you.
And Shauna said, well, I meant this in the cocoa. And then Renee said, yes, Devara does the same little hoppy thing, especially when I'm about to set her food dish down. Yeah. It's not jumpy, but a weird hop.
Yeah.
Right. That's what Delilah does too. Because
like Tigger.
Yes, it's very much like Tigger, just bounce. I guess that's bounce.
Yeah.
But yes, isn't that so cute though? I just think it's adorable. And when we finally, I think it was yesterday, she finally started hopping. I was like, okay, she must be feeling better now. She's hopping.
Because one of her favorite things to do too, because we feed her outside, we feed Sam inside. But shortly after she's done eating, she'll come scratch the door, let us know if she wants to come back in. Well, when he's done eating, he gets back on her couch in his little perch where he likes. First thing she does when I let her back in, she comes over and makes sure he gets all of his food off of his plate.
Yeah, she's got to double check.
Yeah. And she'll sit there for like 10, 20 minutes licking up his plate just to make sure.
I'm like, isn't that weird? Just licking up his slobber. Melissa says, my mom actually did some testing that shows genetically she does better with more vegetables and less beef. One of my sisters is actually allergic to beef, but two of us do better with more beef. Isn't that interesting, Melissa? That is so interesting. And it could be, too, that maybe your father...
Yeah.
Maybe he was the side that did better with more beef. And so that's why some of you do better with more beef and some of the kids do better with less beef. That's so interesting. Genetics is really cool. Like when I was in college, I freaking loved genetics and really thought about going into that. But I'm in baking, so that's more fun. Shauna said, no, that other stuff isn't the same as yogurt, at least not to me. The El Ruderai yogurt is not. I haven't had it actually yet. Paul said, fermented milk, good. Fermented veg, meh. But that's just me. Right. Well, and that's totally your option, right? And I think it also, so when you don't like kimchi or sauerkraut then, Paul. I mean, I do. And I have
the same thing. Everybody's always churching up how big the salmon. I mean, not salmon, but the other fish, little cans.
Oh, the sardines.
Yeah, I can't stand them. And they're always talking about how good the olives are too. I can't stand those either.
Right.
So y'all can have all that part too.
Right.
And also, how about you're supposed to be eating all this liver? I can't stand the taste of that, so I just take a liver pill instead.
I don't even take that. Well, and I think that's it. And again, what works good for you. Like I will say, the longer I've been doing this, the more my taste buds enjoy the fermented foods.
Right.
Like I'm finding, like I want it tangier and sourer. I don't even know if that's a word, but anyways,
always liked more sour food. Anyways.
I do. I've always
like
been
even when we were eating free keto.
Yeah, I love sour.
Like even candy and stuff. She wanted the sour candies.
Yeah, and I've always been a huge sour fan. I like sometimes I think because I had a huge sweet tooth, and I'm like, sweet or sour, like the combination's amazing, but it was really close. I always wanted the more sour type food, so maybe again,
Because like we'd always go
That's
to candy
why-
shops and stuff like that. I always went to the chocolate.
yeah,
Always went over to the other area where it's all the sour candies.
yeah,
Which is nice because then we left each other's candies alone.
right, yeah. I've just always enjoyed more sour stuff, like.
Yeah.
And like even for me, like lemonade, I did not like a sweet lemonade. I wanted a more tangy, sour lemonade.
You want the lemon.
Yes. Oh yeah. I used to just suck on lemons all the time. And
That's
speaking
how you
of,
get
I
old.
want to ferment some lemons too.
So I should have got that one out of the store.
Oh, that's all right. Maybe I'll
Oh.
find some tomorrow.
That's fine. It gives us time to more to do.
Yeah. Melissa said, oh, whoops. I skipped. Renee said, I want to try the fermented butter recipe I saw. Yes, try it. I'll tell you, I want to try all of it. Melissa said,
this whole house. Y'all wait.
Melissa said, I like kimchi here and there, but not sure about fermented condiments. I am really loving it.
Well, I mean, our sriracha we just made. That's a condiment.
Yeah, it's fermented.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the kimchi, I mean, I enjoy it.
She
And
just found a new recipe she wants to try too, making our own ketchup.
yeah, fermented ketchup.
I got some stuff at the store today, so we can start on that.
Mm-hmm. And it's just interesting to me. And again, sauerkraut is fermented, but try different ones. There's such a variety of fermented foods out
Yeah.
there. I mean,
It's a
there's
very,
even
very
fermented
broad
meats.
Spectrum, right?
Right. And I'm also fermenting garlic. And I've got, of course, my cordito, and I've got some mushrooms fermenting. So there's just a huge variety. And yeah, it might not be for you, but again, fermented foods are not meant to be a side or an entree. They're just a condiment. So it's supposed to just be used as, something to
An enhancement.
enhance what you're eating, right? Defense Wiz said the 5-spice would be yummy in that butter mayo. A collab of 3 creators: 2KK, Chris Cookie Nashville, and HungryHorde. Right?
Oh wow,
That's true.
That'd be awesome. Thank you, sir.
Shauna said, "What did you put on your wings before you cooked them?"
We call it our lamb seasoning, but all it really is, honestly, it's
Greek seasonings.
Yeah. Well, what did I have in it?
I don't remember now.
Well, it was predominantly it was the Redmond seasoned salt and a little bit of thyme and a little bit of rosemary.
Mm-hmm.
I just blended it in and just shook it up.
Good.
It tastes really good. It goes really good on almost everything. Actually.
Well, I'm a huge fan of rosemary and thyme and tarragon, dill, lavender. Like, I love those herbs.
Mhm.
So yeah, putting them in the seasoning is so good. Shauna said, I love the garlicky gringo salsa and the hot sauce. Yeah. Kathleen said, I wish we had Costco here. I've never seen one. Oh, that sucks. And look, I'm just now catching up where it said Jason's been a member for 3 months.
That's awesome.
Renee said, my nearest Costco's in my favorite weirdo's town. Weirdo?
Sounds like I just heard that she wants to make another trip. She wants to go there and to Trader Joe's.
Right. And probably to that Brazilian restaurant.
Sounds like a plan. Come on. I'm free this weekend.
Melissa said, I have to have light when I get up. I've stepped on too many dog toys, bones, and even almost a dog since they're both black.
Yep.
My fiance is like you, Shelly. He'd like no lights at all.
But look, y'all, you got to remember too.
Our dogs are black
I
too.
still have vision problems. So it's kind of just smarter for me to turn the lights on.
Yeah, and I have to say, like both the dogs, their beds are on my side of the bed, and that's where they sleep. So yeah, when I get up, because sometimes they like to lay their head outside of their bed, which always scares me. So when I get up, I don't take steps. I scoot until I'm past them because I would hate to accidentally step on them. So I just scoot my feet.
Yeah.
But it's only like 4 or 5 feet. So I just kind of scoot. And then once I get past them, then I walk normal. But yeah, I definitely get you on the bones and everything. That's why I don't allow them toys in the bedroom.
There's that one bone over there by his.
Oh, that's right. He did Sam snuck a bone in, and I did step on it one time. So I I always have to check before I go to bed, where's that bone? And I toss it to the side.
And then sometimes it'll sit there for so long, I just end up picking it up and throwing it out in the yard.
Right?
Or throw it away.
Shauna said, I usually just buy Sam's Club butter. Well, that's probably good.
Yeah.
Unless I happen to find it on sale, right?
Yes.
Paul said, I'm cheap. Aldi butter for the win. The only place I use it is in Ketochow ice cream. Right?
Well,
And Aldi butter is
Aldi
cheap.
has that the Kerrygold copycat.
Yeah, they do.
And it's really good.
Shauna said, okay, what makes sriracha and not just hot sauce? I don't know why that came on, y'all.
Oh, your phone. Someone calling you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. People. Oh, I don't know. Somebody messaged. Anyhow. So sriracha is typically made with red peppers, like a Fresno pepper, I think.
Yeah.
And it's usually considered mild hot sauce. And then, yeah, it's supposed to be fermented, but I know the rooster does. I just found this out this week that they're technically not fermented. But other than that, I don't know exactly. I'll have to look it up so I have it for the video. Sharon said she's still awake mostly. Of course, that was like 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago. Renee said, I just stay stocked up on Kerrygold from Sam's. Oh, that's nice. I go through a lot, especially doing this butter mayo.
Yeah.
Since he's been on Triple B&E, we've been going through the butter too fast.
Well, also, when I top my eggs, most mornings when I eat my hard-boiled eggs, I usually just top it with hot sauce and I'm done. But she's got me on this kick where I'm topping it with butter because she says it'll be better for me. Because butter does make everything better. So I've been doing that a lot lately. That's why we're also going through it. Or when I eat my burgers, I'm topping that with the butter too. Yeah. I'm just putting butter on everything lately. Because I'm just really kick on it.
Paul says they usually don't have vinegar, but almost every recipe I looked up for sriracha, most of them used rice vinegar. So maybe that's why rice vinegar to me is not as pungent as like apple cider or white vinegar. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But yeah, I put apple cider. I love the taste of apple cider vinegar.
That's what we're using in our barbecue sauce too.
Yeah.
Then you put it in your mustard also? Mustard barbecue sauce?
And he said Asian chilies and it's thicker. Right. It is thicker. Usually it's a smooth, thick consistency, kind of like a ketchup.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he mixes sriracha with ranch for salad dressing. Ooh, that sounds good.
Idea.
And a good dipping.
Let's do that next time we do wings with ranch instead of just mayo.
And then Shauna said, I'll take your word for it and stick to my garlicky gringo. Right?
So re-up. Get another bottle.
And she said, so is kefir like yogurt but no veggies? I mean, kefir's just it's a milk product, pure. So it's made from, what you have to get for kefir is you get these grains. Because again, it's a live bacteria. So you can get powder, but really, it's called a kefir grain. And there's a whole story I read about. It's like back in the 1600s or something like that. They figured out people were using these grains and they just passed the grains around. So what it is you get the best is whole milk. You want raw. So you don't want pasteurized milk at all. You don't pasteurize it. How it's different. Yogurt, you have to heat up, right? Well, kefir, you don't heat. And most fermented veggies and products, you're not heating, well, except for yogurt. You don't generally heat. So kefir, you get the grains. First, you have to first you have to set them up. So you pour some milk with them so they set up. Then you strain that out. And then you take the kefir grains, you put it in like a quart jar, and you want to use glass. And then you get, again, like raw milk. So I would go and get my raw dairy milk from the farmer. You pour that in there with the kefir, top it with like a coffee filter, rubber band that, and you sit it out on the counter in a dark place at room temperature for 24 hours. And then after that, it should be thick. So it's going to be, think of if you've ever had drinkable yogurt, it's that kind of consistency, right? It's not as thick as yogurt, but it's thicker than milk, right? And then after the 24 hours, you're going to then strain out the kefir grains, and then you'll use those grains to then make another batch. But then you've got that kefir, that's what's left. And so it's just like this live bacteria and in the milk, and then you just drink it, or you can make cheese from it. So you go another step and use the kefir then to make cheese. Or you can then, turn it. Some people use it to make a smoothie, but I've heard different things as far as what the sugars do to the grains at that point if you try to add too much in. Or, there's other ways you can have it. I just drink it, and then, or you can use it and make it into sour cream. Again, that's kind of like a double fermentation. And yeah,
too, though.
Right. And I think it's good. I get it unsweetened, and it just has this kind of like, if you want, what?
I was just thinking, keep going. I don't want to cut you off, but I got an idea when you get.
What's your idea?
Well, because I'm reintroducing all that stuff, and one thing I didn't even think about that I love eating all the time, sour cream.
Oh, right.
I didn't even think about that until just now.
If you want, get my kefir, the new one you bought today, and get me like a little clear glass, like one of those.
You want those shot glasses?
Yeah, one of the shot glasses, the clear one.
Uh-huh.
And I'll show you. Let's see. So here's the one Heath bought me today.
Oh shoot! None of these are.
It's original cultured whole milk kefir. So this one is made with 12 live and active probiotic cultures. So it has that one bacteria I told you about, the Bacillus infantis lactis, whatever. It's in here. L. reuteri is in this one. And it says, so like they said, if you drink kefir, 1 tablespoon of kefir has more of the good bacteria than almost anything else you can eat. It's got this one says 25 to 30 billion in a tablespoon. So.
Well, we don't have any shot glasses. How's this work, though?
Yeah, that should work.
All right.
Well, it seems dusty.
Yeah.
Do you mind washing it out in a minute?
And this back on the fridge, right?
Yeah. So you can see, like, this is great. And I drink this every day that I'm not fasting. I will have a serving of kefir. I just love this. Now, I do add in a little turmeric to it, and that would be considered a golden kefir. But I just try to add turmeric to my daily eating. Right? Yeah, maybe your brother does have some.
Reach behind you. Grab that towel. See it around that little chair?
Yeah.
Can you get to it?
Well, here, what is it you want me to do? Just
Dry
it?
off.
Well,
Yeah.
just hand it or take that off. And I'll show you what it looks like, y'all. So, then we got this from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So I always shake it up. And I do want to make my own kefir. I'm getting
It's on the
excited.
list.
Right. So you kind of see the consistency, right? Just kind of, it's like a pourable yogurt. And I'll have Heath put this up. And then, so you can see if I swirl it around, how it leaves like a thick little coating here. Right? So it coats the side, and then you just drink it. And to me, it's just this tangy drink. And to me, yeah, it's not real sour in my opinion. It's just like this tangy, little bit of acidity to it. What?
I just got excited. Just saw we have that. We just made that little squirt bottle of the sriracha. That's going to my eggs in the morning. All my hard-boiled eggs.
Mm-hmm. I just love this, y'all. So, I mean, I'll never complain about eating it or drinking kefir. Paul said you get small bottles of it at a Dollar Tree last time I was there. Oh, really?
Of the kefir?
Wow.
I never even looked for that. I don't usually look at their foods all that much, honestly.
Yeah, but yeah, you do have to check because I always get the unsweetened. Well, I was probably going to drink more as it settles
Oh, okay.
because it'll fall.
Oh, yeah.
I always make sure I get the unsweetened one.
Yes.
Lifeway is pretty big brand available in most stores, but make sure it is unsweetened because some of them so you can do when you make kefir after you've fermented the kefir. Then what some people do is they'll add in their sugars, their fruits, or whatever to it. Now I have heard though when you add sweetener to it that it kind of, depending on how long it's in there, like if you do it at home or whatever, that it kind of destroys some of the bacteria. So again, I'm not researching on that. I just eat it plain. So just make sure anywhere you go, just because it says kefir, you want to make sure it's the unsweetened kefir.
Because I went and picked it up today. There's like 6 of them there on the rack.
Yeah.
So I took a picture of the one I thought she wanted just to confirm.
Mm-hmm. Paul said Aldi used to carry their own brand of it for like $2. Oh, that sucks. Oh, they're talking about sriracha.
Oh, okay.
Sharon said, well, shoot, I'll just eat cheddar, right? And she said, it's not the one with the wooden lid, is it? Oh, no. Paul said, yeah, I haven't seen sriracha without a little sugar in the ingredients, but it does nothing to my blood sugar, so there can't be a lot of it in the bottle, let alone per serving. Right. And that's what I've heard too. Now I always heard it's because it's fermented, but now that somebody said that wasn't, maybe they got their facts wrong though. So yeah, that's the other thing is, like, I was listening to a podcast and the person, again, they're not keto, and she was like, I have keto people ask me, they're like, yeah, but there's sugars in this, there's sugars in kombucha, and there's sugars in that. And she's like, but that's what's feeding the bacteria. Like, you have to give them food or you won't have that happen. And she's like, so you got to give them something to eat.
Does my wrist look swollen right there?
No, I think it's the way you're holding it. I don't know. It looks the same.
All right. I don't know. Just something a minute ago just looked weird, like a little
right?
bulge.
And Sharon said, sriracha is a staple here in our house, right?
Uh-huh.
And then Renee said she buys the Hoi Fung sriracha at the Asian grocery for way cheaper than most stores, the Rooster one. There you go. And then Purple Lemonada, good night.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got to come for a while.
Yes.
And then Renee said, and despite the pepper shortage issue, the Asian grocery store always stays stocked on sambal oli.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we should. That's great.
That's where we need to go next then, because every time I go to Kroger, they're out. Oh, there's like an empty spot on the shelf every time.
And then Mama Bear Lynette, time for me to hit
Good
the
night.
head. Hey, I will watch the remainder tomorrow. Y'all have a good evening. Good night, Lynette. Thanks for stopping by. And Sharon said, Dr. Ben Bigman was saying in a podcast that saturated fats help with leaky gut. It helps with coating the lining and sealing it.
Ah, okay.
I bet that's true. I bet it does help. And then Zenobia, hey happy Saturday.
Yeah.
Said, Hafa Adaya, hey, you have a good one too. And then Sharon said, they have finished eating and I'm still awake, but yawns have just started.
Mine too.
And Elise said, need a mic heat. Okay, that was earlier. And she said, the whole month is seafood? I like it. Yeah, he wants
Well, how many is it? 4 or 5 weeks, though?
something like that. Let's see. How many
Fridays
in September? Which is your birthday month. It's 4 Fridays.
Okay, so it's only 4 recipes.
Oh,
really.
wait. That's not the whole month. Why did it do the whole? Oh, there it is. That's so weird. Look, it didn't show the whole month. It ends on the 23rd here. So I think there's 5 Fridays.
Look at your calendar on your phone then.
There, because look, here's the your
Oh.
birthday lands on a Friday.
Oh, it's even better.
So 5 Fridays of seafood.
Okay, but we're probably gonna end up doing like a surf and turf kind of thing. So we'll still have the seafood, but we'll have it with a steak.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite entrees.
I thought when we were doing salmon, we were just gonna have the salmon
on that night. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like on my birthday or something like that, though.
Oh, on your birthday.
Yeah. But I don't know if I want shrimp or scallops. Or both.
Look at that. You have like a busy month. This month, at the end of the month, is our anniversary.
Yes.
And then next month, at the end of the month, is your birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Rita said, I love fish and seafood. However, I do not like salmon. I think that's a sin here in Washington.
Well.
Oh, well, that happens. But hey, seafood
what is
in
your
general.
favorite seafood?
Yeah. Oh, Zenobia said it's a beautiful day here in Guam, sunny and about 80 degrees.
Oh, wow.
I am totally jealous. Totally jealous.
Right?
Brenda said, oh, I've been seeing the 1877. Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
He really freaking he loves it, I think, more than Topo.
Yes, I do, actually. Well, the mango. I like the mango flavor, not the regular. The regular is kind of, whatever. But I like the mango one. That was really good.
Yeah.
I got another box today. Like she likes the plain, but they had no plain. All they had was the mango, the lime, and grapefruit. And she usually doesn't like the lime, but she told me to get it anyway. I was like, well, we can wait and get another one for you tomorrow. I can get you a couple of singles right now for dinner. She's like, now go give me a box of the lime. You're going to help me drink them. I was like, okay.
Oh, look, Renee loves the 1877 mango as well.
It's good. That's why.
Sharon said, tap it out. Time for bed. Thumbs up, y'all. Have a great weekend. Good night, Sharon. I'm glad you can make it.
Yes.
Brenda said, I've not tried any of the mineral waters. I would definitely.
What's the other thing you read about it, too? Or heard about them? About supposed to be like, especially with me.
Oh, I'm going to get it wrong.
All right.
But at HEB, Brenda, they do sell the single 1877s for like $1.06.
Yeah.
So just get one for $1, and then you could try it and see if you like it, or try all 4. Get the plain, the grapefruit, the lime, and the mango, and then you'll know which one you like the best. Carrie said, going to bed, everyone. Hope everyone has a great and cheesy night. Good night, Carrie. Brenda said, I visited family last weekend, sat and watched them feed the 3-year-old candy and chips.
Uh-huh. Well, it's old habits, you know.
She said, about lost my mind. It is hard.
It's the same way with our family, because like they see what it's done for us, and then like my sister and my grandparents, my parents rather, still give all the stuff to the grandkids and my niece and nephews and stuff. Just doesn't. We can't help them. They have to want to do it themselves.
They have to want to do it. And
we were at the memorial service planning everything for my dad. I'm sitting there talking to the table with my uncle, telling him all the wonders I've done, because he's known me my whole life, saw me when I was a big boy and everything. And sitting right there on the table, they had a little jar of candies. And he's like, man, I wish I could, beat my type 2 or whatever like that. So me being a smart aleck, I just reached over and grabbed the jar, pulled it over to me and said, that's your first step. You just have to stop. You're going to have to want to do it.
Good night, Rosie. Good night, Rickwin.
I don't want to get preachy, but that's the only way I know how to do it, really, is you have to want to do it.
You do have to want it. And the thing is, as we see with, doctors and everything else, they don't advise against it, right? They just say, yeah, that's fine. They could do it. I mean, I've seen people in the keto community and they're like, oh yeah, I'm fine eating, whatever carbs and stuff this week. It's okay. I can eat it on a weekly basis. And it's like, okay, well, but again, that's what they want to do. So they have to want it.
Well, like you said with your parents, your mother, your stepdad and your previous stepdad, they were all diabetic, and the doctor never really helped them any with their diet.
Louis is not diabetic.
I thought Louis was too.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, okay, but your other stepdad though, your first
Yeah.
before he passed.
Yeah, and
he was diabetic, and the doctor did nothing diet with him.
And even
pills.
Yeah, well, he did have a meeting with a dietitian. He was like, "Oh, I'll have you talk to a dietitian." All the dietitian said is, "Yeah, stay away from the sugar-free. If you really want something with sugar, just have a small portion." That was her diet, and then her dietary advice. I remember when we had the car accident, it was pre-keto, and I was diabetic. And when I was in the hospital, the dietitian that talked to me, she showed me a whole chart, and it was like, "Oh, eat 2 to 3 carbs. This, eat 6 meals." So it's like I don't fault anyone who
my doctor told me
is feeding, their kids crap food, or who's eating crap food and they have health issues, because they simply don't, most of the time they don't know better, or for them it just seems too much to take on, right? Like
Delilah, you go
like
too.
he said, his family, even one of our nephews has fatty liver. We've talked about it, but again, it's to them, it's like, it's just too much effort, right? It's too much of a change, and the doctors have never said anything about it. So you're kind of fighting against that, and who are you to them? You know what I mean? A lot of times, family are sometimes the hardest people to convince, because it's like, yeah, I've known you my whole life, whatever. Like, they just don't take you seriously. At least that's our experience.
Good girl.
I mean, we'll talk to people till we're blue in the face that are family, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. They just don't care. But if it's like, I've noticed that more, if I've had friends that have seen things, we've had more friends actually say, well, because of Heath seeing all the health changes you've done, we decided to try keto. Like, you've had more friends do it than family.
Yes.
And it's like, friends are more apt to listen or to take note versus family. So it's kind of like, again, it has to be, number one, they have to want to. And number two, it's almost like if they're family, they have to hear it from a friend.
Well, it's like Dr. Barry always says too, it's the powdered bottom syndrome. That's why your parents won't listen to you.
Right.
Because like, we're the ones that taught you how to use a spoon,
But I'm saying, even like your sister and your nephews and your nieces, they don't either. They're just kind of like, well, you're just family. Like, I'm not going to take him seriously. Right. At least that's our experience. Yeah. Rhonda said, okay, I will always be part of this community. Yes, you will. But personally, I'm not keto, carnivore, and to some might not even be considered low carb. I'm Rhonda, and taking care of Rhonda and doing what's best for Rhonda. That's right. Exactly, Rhonda. That's why I said, even in our Facebook group, that's kind of why we don't have keto in any of our names, right? We don't put keto on there as a label. And that's probably why we don't have, huge numbers of subscribers, because we don't put keto in our name, because I think food is available to everyone. And I think the food and stuff that we create should not be limited to only people who are keto.
Right.
Or carnivore.
We're a cooking channel that happens to be keto.
Right. And I feel like that's the same with our Facebook group. I know several members in our Facebook group are not keto.
Yeah. And no desire to be keto.
Right. And absolutely no desire to be keto. And I'm fine with that. And in fact, I know at least 2, maybe 3 of them had tried keto, but they're finding, it's just not their thing. But they're still in the group. They still participate. They still comment. And, sometimes
probably watching right now.
Right. And now they might be. And sometimes they'll even share their food. And it's like, I'm not going to, again, I don't feel like there's one answer for everything. For some people, being paleo might be an answer. For some people, maybe even vegetarian's an answer. I don't think it's my answer.
Well, one of your good friends, she's like that. She has a real bad meat aversion.
Yeah, she actually has an aversion to the texture and taste of meat. So she's like a vegetarian, but she does eat. So I say vegetarian because she does eat cheese.
Yeah.
She's fine with cheese. And I think she's fine with like eggs, but she can't do any meat because it's just the texture. But again, so everybody.
And you love her anyways.
Well, yeah. But that's why you just have to find what makes you feel good and what makes you get to health. And I brought up before that, sorry, I skipped one. I brought it before, clean food living. She's a vegetarian, but she looks very healthy to me. But again, she is cooking, or she's growing all of her food and eating her food and eating fermented foods. So yeah, I think there is a way to still be healthy. And that's why there's a wide range. That's why, again, sometimes I just see too much
hatred.
Yeah,
Or
especially division. And it does kind of sadden me sometimes, like I see in the carnivore groups where they put down vegans or vegetarians, or like, oh, and I'm like, I mean, if they're not coming over here being rude to you, now that's a different thing. Like, Rashana's roommate or something. If somebody's preaching to me, I'd probably get upset too. But I think if they're not trying to attack anybody and they're like, oh, this is just what I eat, then why would I be mad at them?
Militant about it.
Right. Renee said, it's no one's place to judge. No one is perfect, and no one can tell you how to do you. Exactly. Thank you, Renee. You summarized it much better than I did. Hey, Mrs. Perfectly and Perfect Keto.
Hey.
She said, hey, everyone. I had a live where I was guest on another channel, so just getting here now.
Oh, wow.
Happy Friday. That's awesome, Sana. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah.
Shauna said, don't close your eyes if you're a tad tired.
All right.
Right. Shauna said, olives are fermented. No, they're pickled. He's just was given options.
Well, just talk about the foods that everybody loves and are already churching about, but I just can't stand.
Zenobia said, any information about the leftover MCT? I emailed and checked your junk folder. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I thought I responded, Zenobia. Yeah, we have, I think,
we actually
5 bottles
I'm
left.
I'm gonna count right now. We actually put them aside for you.
But I'll email again. I'll email you again.
Sorry about that. I look for it right now.
Just Jason Keto said, got to sign out for tonight. Keep on
Good night,
thriving.
brother.
Good night, Jason.
Yeah, we have 5.
Yeah, we have 5. So I'll email you again. I'm sorry, Zenobia.
I thought you did reply to her.
But maybe I didn't. Maybe I read it. Sometimes I read an email and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And then
that's as far as it goes.
Brenda said, I love rosemary. I know. It is so good. And I love rosemary scents. I think I'm just a very earthy person. So I love earthy scents and all of that. Shauna says, sounds like the Wizards of Harry Potter made that. Jackie said, what? I didn't fall asleep. Uh-oh. Kaden said, my mom grew her own peppers and dried them and made pepper sauces. Might be why I gravitate to you guys.
Aww.
Oh, that's so awesome, Kaden. I bet those were amazing sauces. Did she do like spicier ones, or were they a little bit on the mild side? Rick Wood said, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Time to hit the bed. Need to get up early to travel tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Oh, fun.
It's almost 10.
Oh, wow. Lisa said, I have 2 boxes of 1877 on my grocery curbside. Ooh.
Nice.
Are you getting the plain or a flavored? Rosie said, thank you. I enjoyed the visit. Good night, everyone. I'm so glad you got to visit.
Wow.
Oh, Lisa said Topo Lime is her favorite. That's the one I had tonight.
No, that was 1877.
Oh, Topo Lime. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the 1877 lime.
When I went to Sam's earlier, that's all they had in stock was the lime in the glass. They did have the plastic bottles, so I got one of those, a box of those. We haven't had room to put them in the fridge yet, so they're still sitting there waiting.
Do you mind refilling my water? Thank you. All right, I guess I'm done. Renee said, I don't put vegans or vegetarians down. I'm thankful for them. They leave more meat for me, right? Exactly. Keep the cost down. Sana said, they do them and I do me. That's how I feel too. Like, just do what again, what is your health goal? What makes you feel good?
It's like all of a sudden everybody becomes Rodney King. Can't we all just get along?
Oh gosh. Kaden said, my mom's sauces were super spicy. Regular sauces weren't spicy enough for her. Might be why she grew her own and made her own. Wow, that is so cool, Kaden. That she sounds like someone I would love because I love super spicy too. But I cannot grow anything. In fact, I found this other guy, and
Oh, you did, huh?
I'm sorry, but this other guy on YouTube, and he is in Texas. He said he's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not too far from us. He's in Waze, but I've never heard of Waze.
I haven't either.
And I tried to Google it, and it did come up. So I'm like, are you just telling me that? I don't know. But anyways, he was growing ginger, and I was like, because somebody else I was listening to was like, elder is a really hardy bush or shrub that you should grow. But everywhere I look, elder won't grow down here because we're in zone 9A.
Well, okay.
Yeah, there's this whole thing. So anyways, I was disappointed because I was like, oh, I wanted to grow some elder. But anyhow, and so I came across his channel, and he was growing ginger, and he's in Texas, and he was talking about, it gets so hot here, blah, blah, blah. And he grows all this stuff. And he was talking about the ginger leaves that grow out of the ground. And he said, ginger, they don't tunnel when they grow. They grow this way.
Oh, wow.
That's why when you get them from the store, they're kind of like a big hand. Yeah, because they don't grow down like a tuber. Right. So he said they're great if you don't have like deep soil, because they're just going to grow this way. But he's like, he uses all of the leaves. He's like, never waste anything. And he dries the leaves out, or he'll make them into tea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then he said it's real easy to grow your own ginger. All you do is when you buy ginger from the store, you soak it in water. I forget for how long. And all of, the little nubs that are on the ginger when you buy it, and like some of them, are kind of little pokes, right?
Kind of like the eyes on a potato.
Sort of. He said sort of like that, but they're not as finicky as a potato. He said, well, then what'll happen is after a few days, you'll notice those nubs will start sprouting. And so what you do then is you cut like the section, like an inch or two where that nub is, and you separate the nubs, and then you plant those. And he said, and then you'll start and you've grown your own ginger from one little thing, and then you keep growing your own. And he's like, and it's just such a great plant, and it's so hardy in Texas. He said they do great in zones 8 through 10. They just love the heat. And he said, sometimes if it does, because I messaged, I was like, oh, wow, I never thought I could grow anything here. Because 1, I can't grow. And 2, I was like, it's just so hot in Houston. And he replied with this big old paragraph and was like, oh, no, like it's great. He said, I even find that, like right now, especially because it's so hot, he says, I just put like a tarp over them when it's shady, or during the hottest part of the day, to shade them from the direct sunlight. He said, but they just need a little bit of shade, during the really hot part of the day. And he said, they've just been thriving with this. Huh. I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'd have a shot growing some ginger. We'll see. You know how my herb experiment went. Keto in the Mist, hey, said topo tastes better in glass. Yeah. I agree. I thought it was the Sam that you bought me. It was the topo and plastic bottles?
Yeah. Well, because remember I asked you, last time we bought the Sam.
Oh, yeah.
I said, well, if we can buy Sam in a plastic, why can't we buy topo?
Yeah, and you said, okay, I picked it up and loaded it. Okay, that's right.
It's in the garage right now.
I've never had it in a plastic bottle before. Lisa said, topo in the glass bottle is so bubbly. I love it.
Yeah.
And
it is good.
Yeah, I know. I love the glass.
Because I remember I looked at him in HEB, but the bottles aren't big enough. That's why we never get it there.
It was a 6.5 ounce bottle.
They're like, that's trial size.
Like, what? Thanks for the swallow.
Because what is this? What size is this one?
I think that's a 12. Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
Keto with the Mist said, I don't care for much that comes in plastic. Doesn't taste the same, and I can't get it cold enough. So I wonder if I could just like pour it.
Yeah, why not?
Right. Shauna said, I've never had Topo or 1877.
The whole time you're here, we never gave you one?
Wow. We're awful. We're
well,
awful
that means you got to come
hosts.
visit this weekend.
Renee said, I'm all for separating the nubs. I bet.
Y'all are too much.
It tastes good. Yeah, 1877 is a Texas thing. Sana said never had Topo or 1877 either.
Who?
Well, Sana.
Oh.
Well, I mean, she's in Florida,
Yeah.
but really not a Topo. You should try Topo. She goes, oh, that explains why I haven't had 1877, right? Yeah, because it is a HB brand. It's like their knockoff brand, but it is pretty good.
It is.
But I do. That's the one thing I like is when we would get the Topo at Costco, it was the 16.9 ounce bottles.
And every time I go to Costco, we look and see if I can get it. Even if we already have one, I get one anyways because when we go through, we're gonna drink it.
Right, but our Costco membership went out, so that's part of it.
Yeah. And Sam's only had it with lime, so I guess I should have got one since you're okay with drinking the 1877 lime.
I don't know if I'm okay with it.
Well, that's why I told you I didn't have to buy it for you.
It's fine for now. For a week, it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this has been so much fun, right?
Yes. Very much so. And now we got to figure out what we're making next week.
I thought we already knew.
No, we don't know yet. Unless you're gonna have to remind me.
Well, you had it on your reintroduction
but now you're saying
list.
that's what we're gonna make tomorrow and make it for the meal plan.
No, I know what it is.
MS Journey. MS Journey menu, I think what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have cream cheese.
What am I gonna do with that though?
Well, we had some ideas.
Well, I'm thinking we can just make tacos and I just put it on all my tacos. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are y'all's ideas for cream cheese? That's a good one. No, seriously.
Right. Renee said, and they have Topo Chico hard seltzer. I know, but have you tried it?
I haven't yet.
Lisa said, y'all have a great weekend.
Me
You
too.
too, Lisa. Rhonda said, I started a vegetable garden about 2 months ago.
Oh, wow.
We'll soon be ready to harvest squash.
Wow.
I have tomatoes, zucchini, cucumber, watermelon, broccoli, green beans, lettuce, cabbage, and a few others.
Wow. You've been busy.
Rhonda, that is awesome.
That really is.
Oh, wow. You're going to have to post pictures.
Yeah.
I want to see pictures of your garden and all of your veg. Kaden said, Topo is my absolute favorite. It's great. It has that burn like a soda, but Topo plastic is awful. It's a completely different taste. Awful. Oh, no. See, I've never had the Topo.
All right. You know what I ought to do then? I'll go ahead and cut a little thing and slip one out and put it in the fridge.
Does Sam's take returns like Costco? Like if we don't like it, can we take it back?
Call them tomorrow and find out.
Oh. Y'all know real quick? Anybody know? Like if I don't like something I get from Sam's, can I return it? Because that was like $26.
Yeah.
Sana said no spoilers. That's right. We discussed a few things we would do with the cream cheese.
Sure.
Renee said, I had a sip of one, not for me. I've never been a hard seltzer fan. Like I've tried them, especially pre-keto. And I just, not a hard seltzer. Like what was real big for a while was white.
The White Claw?
No. Remember it was a Texas brand and we would actually go to HEB to get them. They had a pineapple one. Oh. What were those called? Hard ciders.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I never was like crazy about them, but we would go and get them, but then we'd take forever to drink them. So I guess we weren't too big of a fan, but we wanted to say, oh, we had it.
Yeah. I want to be one of the cool kids.
Shauna said she don't know. She likes mineral water. Oh, really?
Yeah, you should. I would advise you buying one bottle then.
Yeah, just buy one. If you've never had one, buy one and just see how it works. But we'll let y'all go. Y'all, it's just been so much fun.
Yeah.
Another great
I
evening.
gotta take the trash out, remember?
Oh, yeah. I love this. The fermented sriracha. I think that's a winner.
Yes.
So we'll definitely we'll just have to suffer and make another one so we can record a video and put it out for y'all.
When you're at the market tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
find more peppers so we can make
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to the farmer's market in the morning and hopefully I'll find all kinds of goodies. I'm excited. Yes, duck eggs. And who knows what else I can find there. So we'll see. I'm going to one, I think it's a little bit bigger, but we'll just see what they have. So I'm excited, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. I don't know if Matreya is having her coffee talk on Sunday, y'all.
Did you see she went live this morning?
Yeah, but I think it was an error.
No.
No?
Because I tuned in right as she was signing off.
Aw.
Because
when I tried to pull it off.
When you probably came in after. But she did like a live cheese.
Oh, a live cheese
she
Friday.
She was breaking down from, or she was set up already at the convention.
Right, because she's at the convention this weekend.
Right.
Sana said you can make a carnivore stroganoff with the cream cheese.
Oh.
That's true.
Oh.
Renee said, I did like some of the hard ciders. There was one from ATX that had a beaver on it. I bet you did like that one. Shauna said, yeah, I think they have topos sometimes at my grocery outlet. Then you should try it. Just get one bottle. Laura said, have a great weekend.
Good night.
Rhonda said, yeah, but hubby is back out of town and I'm taking care of the garden alone. It's a load to handle. Oh, I bet, Rhonda. Oof. Sana said, have a good, wonderful weekend. Evening, everyone, and a great weekend. Yes, y'all too. I know I keep saying this is Southern goodbye.
Right.
If you're not familiar, we never know how to say goodbye. So we will say it this time for sure. But thank y'all for coming again. We have so much fun. Yes. Y'all make this like the best. Like everything that's with our channel
it's all because of you.
All 100% you. We're just here because of you.
Yes.
So thank y'all so very much. Thanks again for a wonderful Friday night feast. We loved it so much. I know. And for coming. And again, have a wonderful weekend. I can't wait to see you next Friday.
Yes.
And yeah, everybody be safe. We love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Good night. Good night. Good night.